Why is it off? Why is it off? Okay, now can you hear any? I got levels now. Testing 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Okay, I got it. Yep. Testing 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Kicks 96.1, highplanesradio.net, our KICX app, and our Kicks 96.1 YouTube channel from the gosh, I'm already saying McCook High School gym. How about the Graf Event Center on the campus of McCook Community College? We have Bison volleyball on the airwaves. Coming up here in about 6-7 minutes, the Lady Bison hosting a couple of teams in Chase County, and also with the Minden Whippets. Got a great 3 games coming up. We will take a break. We'll check the lineups for both teams, McCook and also Minden, coming up here shortly on Kicks 96.1. And we are back here to the Graf Event Center, McCook Community College, Kicks 96.1, also our Kicks 96.1 YouTube channel. Big hello to all of our friends over in the Minden, Nebraska area watching on the YouTube channel. Rich Barnett, pleased to have a chance to call a game with my lovely daughter Kaylin Barnett here at MCC, freshman volleyball player. How was practice today?
It was pretty good. You know, everyday practice, I guess, getting a lot of reps in. But
getting ready for a big tournament this weekend.
Yeah, another big tournament, and getting used to the tournament a lot because in college now best out of 5 instead of best out of 3 like it was in high school. So
yeah,
it's a lot tougher in college, but I mean it's really fun.
You remember the high school days of playing over in this gym, don't you?
Yeah, I remember, especially our pack. I mean, it was like filled to the brim here, and I hopefully on the home games it's just like that. So make sure to come down, everybody in McCook, come down, watch us when we have home games.
You bet. High school game is the first of 3 games coming up tonight here at the Graf Event Center. McCook will face Minden first. It'll be Chase County McCook, and it'll be Chase County Minden in the middle game, and then Chase County McCook in the nightcap. And McCook team led by second-year coach Trevor Hoynes. They're 1-0. They had a big 5-set win at Lexington last Thursday. Minden is pretty darn good again this year. You follow high school volleyball. This Minden program, you know, playing in that central Nebraska area, they're always good every year, aren't they?
Oh, yeah, and because I think, weren't they at state last year?
They were.
Yeah, so they're a state appearance team, and I wouldn't be surprised if they're really good this year again.
Yep. 34-4, I think, last year were a state tournament team. They did lose some seniors. Talking with Coach Rathka yesterday, we had it in our sports today at 12 noon, but they lost 5-6 seniors. But just kind of reload with those. You know how it is in high school volleyball is those programs just they lose those seniors, and those underclassmen have played against those seniors year after year. They just reload, and they're pretty good when they get older, aren't they?
Yeah, that's the good thing is that those upperclassmen push the underclassmen, but you want to be hopeful that the underclassmen will push to be really good in those spots to fill as well.
It's a great atmosphere. We got plenty of good seats available here at the Graf Event Center. Plenty of good seats available for this game at 5. Then we're looking at, depending if they play best 2 out of 3. So, you know, these matches could go an hour. They could go a little bit longer. We'll have to wait and see. The starting lineups, first of all, Minden. Boy, Coach Rathka gave me a lot of players to mention. We'll see who all Blaze once again. Their two-setter look, number 2, Miley Emery, and also is, I got to read my writing here, Maddie Camry. So Camry and Emery, the two setters in the men in lineup. They also are outside hitters. So how about that in a lineup where if you don't set, then you're hitting? How about that?
Yeah, I mean, you always want players that can do everything. You don't want players, who just do one thing. You just, be an all-around player. You can do every position.
Couple of liberos that will rotate. We'll see Meredith Johnson. We'll see Aubrey Bulis. Their right-sided hitter is Kinsey Land. I don't have any heights, so I can't tell you how tall they are. But looking outside, they do have some size out there. Also, their middle hitter, one of their good middles, McKenna Betty. Another right side is Rebecca Lemke. Another middle is McKenna Starkey. The two middles are both named McKenna, so you're not going to go wrong on that one. And a serve specialist is Sage Gutrin. I got to pronounce his name. Sage Grotrin. I'll get that right. The coach was giving me the pronunciations yesterday. That's your players we'll see from Minden. For the McCook Lady Bison, Ashlyn Randall is going to be their setter this year, the junior, and she's got some hitters. Corey Rippon, a senior, had a new school record, 26 kills in the game against Lexington last Thursday against the Minute Maids. Had a school record. Coach Hoyne said, yeah, it was a school record, 26. Also in the lineup, Rowan Weimer's a senior. Their two back row specialists, Bailey Favre and Bailey Foster. Kaylin, you've watched those two young ladies, and boy, they can dig up a lot of balls, can't they?
Yeah, I even played against them, and they were young at that moment, so they didn't have a lot of playing time, but still, they played when I was playing as well.
Take a break. We got our national anthem. Back with more next on Kicks 96.1. Rich Barnett, Kaylin Barnett here at the Graph Event Center. MCC Graph Event Center. You didn't have to work any concessions tonight for this one, huh?
No, I didn't. I was up for sub afterwards if the girls need to go to supper, but they said that cafeteria is open later on, so they just told me you don't have to do it. So I was like, hey, well, I'm gonna go do radio with.
There you go. Did you tell them that you're going to radio?
No, I didn't.
Oh, you should have told them. Well, Minden folks, bear with me, boy. I've got to talk to whoever makes your fashion, because black letters on purple shirts is not a radio announcer's dream, because, oh, man, from up here you can.
Not a good combination.
Oh, it's not a good combination also. Bear with us, folks. I will try to get those names memorized as much as possible. McCook's got white letters, black background. Perfect. You can see the numbers. Mm-hmm. Come on. Ready to go for Minden and McCook, followed by Chase County and Minden, and then Chase County McCook will be the nightcap here at the Graph Event Center. Thanks all of our great sponsors helping us out. Bison Sports. We've got Bison football coming up on for the pregame at 6, kickoff time at 7 o'clock. Gothenburg and Minden when it comes to the Southwest Conference volleyball. Boy, you know about Gothenburg, too. You know some girls over there.
Yep.
They're pretty tough again this year.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a pretty good game. And especially one time during summertime, we played Gothenburg, and we even beat them, but that was during summertime. So, I mean, not everybody was still in the mood of, still in the season of volleyball, but I think that was pretty cool, getting the feel of playing some Class B teams while we're down in, like, Class C, Class D.
You bet. But Minden and Gothenburg in the Omaha Herald rankings, I think, are 2 and 3 right now. So, whew. McCook, of course, in that Southwest Conference as well. Good first serve by the Lady Bison, and off the get-go, we got movement. Now, I'm married to a volleyball coach, and I still don't get when you move and you're out of position, right?
Yeah, they check rotation, and they're out of rotation that time. So, like, maybe somebody left early, or they're in front of somebody that there shouldn't be, so they need to remember where they're at.
You've explained that to me 5,000 times, and I still cannot remember it. Good serve by Foster. Nice hit down the line that time. Miley Emery for Minden, and we're tied at 1 apiece. And the Whippets back to serve. Now Emery will be back to serve for the first time. They got a big middle. Look at that middle, and McKinney Starkey there. Big middle. Got some sides in that front row, don't they?
Yes.
Good serve by the Whippets. First pass by Rippon. Rippon gets a return, goes back row, out of bounds long, and it's 2-1. She's going to get her fair share of swings tonight, isn't she?
Yeah, that one, it was off the net a little bit. She needed to wait on that. She overran it, and that's why it went out of bounds.
Back to serve once again. Whippets up 2-1 in the first set. Back row pass Bailey Favre. Now tipped by Randall. Chance for the Whippets to do the quick hit in the middle with the block, off the block, and it's out of bounds off McCook. It's 3-1. They worked that middle, I think, to Starkey that time, and the Whippets up 3-1. Minden has that look of they can go outside and inside out, can't they?
Well, yeah, because they have that really fast offense right there. Like, the blocker couldn't even get her hands fully up there, and that's why she tooled it really easily. I mean, it's like volleyball is such a fast-paced game that if you're not ready, you're going to miss it.
You know what? I better pay attention, Kaylin, because I forgot to put the score on the scoreboard on the YouTube channel. So bear with me. It's Minden up 3-1. Good serve, back row pass by Foster. Randall back set near side, swung over. That time by Callie Crawford. Minden on the right side here is partially tipped the net, kept the Lady Bison. Randall works the middle this time on a swing. Cross court, out of bounds, just wide that time by Jalia Walgren, a young sophomore middle, and it's 4-1. Hitting errors, you can't have them, can you?
No, and plus, I mean, she didn't get her full approach on there. Like, get your arms swung back, get very high on that, and get a powerful swing off of it.
Good serve by Emery, and off a touch. Would have went out of bounds?
Yes, that would have. Oh, she was even out of the court. They need to, communication is key in this game. I mean, Copes has talked about it every day. I mean, communicate all the time. Who's got this pass set and who wants to hit? You got to know, even in defensive, you got to see who's hitting and where the block is at.
Emery back to serve for the Whippets, up 5-1 in the opening first set.
Tight.
Rippon has to tip it over. Minden keeps it alive, and it's a net, so the Lady Bison going to break there as Minden could not handle, and it's 5-2.
That was a good hustle. I mean, it was good up, but it was just a little bit tight to the net, which, I mean, it happens every now and then, but just try to get that pass off a little bit.
Lady Bison trying to get some points right back. Back to serve Callie Crawford for the first time. Back row pass nicely done. Set up near side. And the outside hitter that time, big time swing that time by Maddie Kimmery, the junior outside hitter. They set it up well. Simple bump set spike, and the kill's good.
Yeah, well, I feel like their blocks, McCook's block isn't getting out clear to the line. And they do have a line defender right there, but she wasn't low enough to get to that. Not fast reaction to get to it.
6-2 Whippets in the opening first quarter. Back row pass by Foster. Randall worked the Rippon, work in the middle. Cross court kills on the wing. Good. That was sweet, wasn't it?
That was good because their block was set to her line, to her right mostly, and she swung to her left, and nobody was covering that left back area, so that was a good spot to hit.
Corey mentioned Coach Hoynes play more of a middle this year than an outside, but that's she's going to have to be moved around, isn't she?
Yeah, especially if she's their main hitter. She has to hit basically every spot based on the rotation.
Ashlyn Randall back to serve. 6-3 Minden in the opening first set here from the Graf Event Center. Set up near side lefty. Got a lefty on the outside. Nice dig by McCook. Tipped, overpass. Chance for the Whippets to use it right here on the bump set. Near side swing over block. Nice job. Rippon got a block on that one. Chance for Minden again. Throws it down the line. Picked up by Foster. Set. Quick set, Rippon tips it over. Chance for the Whippets right here. Another swing, a little roll shot right there is McCook. Set by Weimers. Big swing by Walgren that time, and now tipped over by Minden, and it right in the donut that time. Back row at 7-3.
Yep, that's where communication got them right there. Favre looked at the back row player, even though it was short in the donut. I mean, it should have been Favre, but Just make sure you want that ball every time.
Meredith Johnson, libero, checking in at the service line. 7-3 Whippets in the opening first set. Best 2 out of 3 in this one at the Graf Event Center. A little jump serve. This one's going to go long, out of bounds.
Good.
Nice communication back row.
That was good. She followed to the line, and she knew it was out, so that was a good call right there.
Corey Rippon back to serve for the first time. Foster in the front row, along with Walgren and also Weimers in the front row as well for the Lady Bison. Line drive serve. Good dig that time. Bump set. And cross court out of bounds. Long that time off the swing by Maddie Camry. And it's 7-5. Lady Bison hanging around, aren't they?
Yeah. It's good getting them out of rotation a little bit because it makes the setting and the hitting a lot more difficult. You can't get a more down ball on it.
Rippon went down the line. Good dig by the libero, and it's cross court kills on the way back row. Was open that time. Maddie Camry again. It's 8-5 Minden. First of 3 matches once again here at the Graf Event Center. This place is going to be jam-packed Friday and Saturday for the MCC tournament. 14 teams going to be here. That's going to be fun.
It's going to be really fun.
Long serve right there is Foster. That would have been in. Chased down by Randall. Bumped over by Rippon. Chance for Minden to use it right here. A little short set to the middle. And a nice dig by Favre that time. Set. Tipped over by Foster. It's going to be 4 hits. Didn't quite get it over that time. It's 9-5.
That was a really good dig on Favre. She lined up exactly where her shoulder was, so that was really good of her reading it.
Back at the service line, I think that is, oh gosh, these numbers are just killers. Deep serve goes out of bounds. That's another missed serve that time. This time that was 13. Maddie Camry back to serve. It's 9-6. So Minden's letting McCook, with missed serves especially, let him hang around.
3 points.
Yep, Rowan Weimers, the senior, back to serve for the first time. Boy, sinker that time. Good dig that time. Tipped over, and it falls in.
Stay low on defense.
I don't know if McCook was kind of thinking whether she would have got a crank on it that time, back on their heels, and she didn't.
They got to read her hand. I mean, if she's going
a little too hard, it's 11-6.
Yeah, she overran it a little bit, but I mean, she had a tool, but it had to be a really sharp cross because they were tooling that line blocking that line really good.
Whippets back at the service line again to 11-6. Deep serve. Foster's right there. Far side. Crawford cross court. Minden tries to chase it down, and the kill by Callie Crawford. Young freshman getting some minutes this year in varsity lineup. It's 12-6. No, it should be 11-7. There we go. Corrected that in the scoreboard. See Jillian Walgren back at the service line for the McCook girls. 1-0 in the season. They played 1 match. That's it. A lot of teams have already played 3 or 4 matches already. Back row pass nicely, then Whippets will work the middle this time. Big swing, good dig by Favre that time. Bump set by Randall. Good swing by Foster, and a little bit deep out of bounds. Goes wide, goes long, it's 12-7. Bailey Foster, I think if she got mom's height, which she's not done, instead of dad's size, that thing would have been putting a dent in the floor, don't you think?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, she didn't get on top of it a lot. I think she overran it just a little bit, but if she got on top more, it would have been more of a down ball. Another
missed serve by the Whippets. They're stealing a bunch of them out of bounds. Another missed serve. It's 12-8. Minden in the first set. And we'll see Bailey Foster, the sophomore, back at the service line now. 12-8 in the first. Deep serve right there. Good first pass. They'll work the middle again. Love to work their middle. That's where their experience is at to Starkey. I think we had a net violation, anyway, against McCook. It's 13-8. But those middles, that's where I think their experience coming back, they really work them hard, don't they?
Yeah, especially quicks, because it's really hard to defend quick middles.
Cross-court swing on the serve. Good dig by McCook. Rippon gets a swing. It was wide out or long out of bounds. Good approach. Just a little bit too much mustard on it. It's 14-8. Playing the JV matches over at the McCook High School gym in this one. They've done this for the past couple of years. 14-8 Whippets. A little short serve this time. Rippon right there. Randall sets it over in the second pass, but Minden's right there. Minden sets it over in the second pass. Nice dig. McCook, they'll send it over. Chance for the Whippets right here with a 6-point lead and a big crank on the outside by their hitter, and that's number 13, Maddie Kimry. It's 16-8 or 15-8 Minden. Timeout on the floor. We're back to the Graf Event Center here shortly on Kicks 96.1 and our Kicks 96.1 YouTube channel. And we're back at the Graf Event Center, McCook Community College. First time out taken by head coach Trevor Hoynes. Coach Hoynes got to be feeling pretty good. 15-8, they're hanging in there. Minden, of course, is kind of giving us some free points right now, but his team's kind of hanging around. This is the number 3 team in the state in the World Herald C1 ranking, so always a great program.
Yeah, I think defensively McCook's doing good. It's just their blocking that they need to work on, especially on the outside. That last play, they shifted more in the middle and then left for the outside to hit line, like wide open. So they just make sure to not cheat on blocks, just make sure to read it.
Whippets back at the service line again, up 15-8. Favre's right there, set by Randall off the hit by Crawford and blocked right there by the Whippets at 16-8. Can't let this get away.
No, got to cover.
Whippets back at the service line. Once again, 16-8 ball game. Foster right there. It's Rippon gets set up by Randall, blocked. Sent back over. McCook another chance. Randall will set it this time for Crawford. Work the middle. And off the block in the net. Point McCook at 16-9.
That was good. Minden's block was there, but the block just wasn't sealed at the net. That's why it went down in between the block.
Crawford back at the service line at 16-9 at the top of the tape. Good concentration. Minden back set. Nobody was home. Late bump over. Chance of McCook. Randall will slide. Ripping off a block. Kept alive by Minden. Whippets will send it over to big swing. Boy, that was a great bump set. Clear cross court that time to Maddie Camry at 17-9.
Got to get blocks up on her.
Julia Walgren back in the lineup. Callie Crawford will sit. 17-9 ball game. Whippets have led from the start. Back at the service line again. Cross court serve. Foster right there. Randall back set. Rippon at the tip, and the set led it toward the net, and Minden was right there. It's 18-9.
Yeah, on those type balls, you're mostly trapped, so you got to mostly do something with it. I mean, joust, but like other than that, if you see that you're trapped, make sure to cover.
Minden looking for win number 5 of the season, 4 out of the gates, and we have, looks like McCook was out of rotation. That's their first. Minden had at the very first point of the game, and now McCook's turn. And it's now 19-9, first double-digit lead for the Whippets in set number 1. Coach Hoynes got a look on his face going, are you sure about that? Good serve, back row. It goes off the hand of Rippon out of bounds. She had somebody behind her that time, elected to take it, hit it backwards in the ace serve and timeout by McCook. They'll burn their final one. It's 20-9 Minden. We're back to the Graf Event Center here shortly on Kicks 96.1. Rich and Kaylin back here at the Graf Event Center, 20-9. Yeah, first time I've had a chance to call a game. You and I did a little pregame last year, or was it 2 years ago at the state tournament?
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Yeah, when I was a junior.
That's right, yeah, a little bit. Because last year you were a little bit busy playing in the state tournament.
Oh, yeah, I was super happy. And especially that year, junior year, we're like, hey, this next year is going to be your year. And, yep, we got down there.
It sure was. Bison trying to set up an attack. Rowan Weimer's a little bit in the net that time with the attack, and it's 21-9. Minden 4 points away from winning this opening first set. Whippets, service line. First pass by Rippon's a good one. Randall right back to Corey. Big swing, cross court. Boy, good attack, but just hit it wide. It's 22-9 Minden. So the Bison got to have a big-time rally right here if they're going to have any chance.
Yeah, huge run. I mean, I feel like they're not getting on top of the ball enough, especially if they want to put a lot of ump into it, a lot of power. So,
Overpass that time on McCook.
Yeah.
Bailey Foster a little bit too much. Boy, you send it over the net, and those hitters, attackers in the front rows are licking their chops, aren't they?
Oh, yeah, especially if that one's coming over. It's like you got to guess where they're going to hit. So
23-9 as Whippets are 2 points away from capturing this first set once again here from the Graf Event Center. 23-9 ball game on the serve. Little knuckleball serve. Good first pass rip in. Gets a return from Randall. Tried to tip it over. It rolls over. Overpass. Nope, Minden not yet. And now tapped over by the Whippets. Everybody had kind of backpedaled, and she just dropped it over the net. That time the kill by Starkey, and it's game point number 1. Set point number 1. 24-9 Minden. Whippets, this young lady's been back there a while. And darn it, just haven't been able to stop her. Line drive serve. Randall has to tip it over the second pass. Sent over by Minden. A chance for the Bison right here. Randall. Far side run. Williams off the top of the tape, and it falls. Nice roll off the tape. Bison get a point, 24-10.
That was good, especially reading the blocks. There was a split and just roll off the tape, and nobody was to be found in that middle area.
Ashlyn Randall at the service line. Little short serve. Good dig. And good swing pushed over. Chance of McCook. Nice up time by Favre. And now bumped over by Rippin. And it finds a hole. Nice effort back row that time by Minden, but couldn't quite dig it up, and the Bison get 2 straight. 24-11. Set point number, 3, I do believe, for the Whippets here. As Ashlyn Randall back at the service line. Nice short serve, and it's an ace serve. Boy, you love those. If you don't make it, you hate it, but we'll just roll over the net, and nobody picked it up. Ace serve.
Well, and also in college, you have people that are backed off the net, so mostly it's front rows that they get those balls.
24-12. This one picked up. Minden sends it over. Hit backwards a little by Favre. Foster right there, and now bumped over by Walgren. Chance for the Whippets to use this. Work that middle again. That's been their bread and butter. Big block that time. Rippin' and out of bounds. Sail long. I think that was a second pass. Was that the third pass by Minden or a second?
Second pass.
So McCook with a little bit of a rally here. They got a ways to go, trailing 24-13, but it gives them some confidence going into set 2 if they don't win set 1. Yeah, exactly right. Whippets have to bump set. Nope, they'll swing over. Down the line, right there is Foster. Set by Randall. Far side, Walgren, and that was backpedaling. The set kind of carried her backwards, and that's your set number 1. Minden wins it by a final of 25-13. Set number 2, the Whippets and the Bison are coming up from the Graf Event Center here shortly on Kicks 96.1. And we're back to the Graf Event Center here on Kicks 96.1, highplainsradio.net, or KICX app, and the Kicks 96.1 YouTube channel. Rich Barnett along with Kaylin Barnett. Well, 25-13 in the opener. Minden, they're good. McCook, though, kind of kicked themselves some mistakes, didn't they?
Yeah, they just really need to limit errors a lot. I mean, with missed serves and stuff like that, you can't just give them 3 points all the time. I mean, if you want to stay close, and especially limit the errors of hitting as well. I mean, I think McCook had a lot of hitting errors, and so they just really need to limit, just wait on the hits because the sets are back a little bit. They're not right at like where you want it in front, like not on right on top of the table, like a little bit there, but like sets are off the 10-foot line a little bit, so they need to adjust to it.
Uh-oh, we have the dreaded scoreboard that is malfunctioning here at the Graph Event Center. And so, yeah, that's what we're tending to right now. Again, game match number 2 at fall in this one will be Minden and Chase County Girls. Chase County Girls played just one match as well. They're 0-1 after they lost to Ogallala in straight sets last week. They have a new coach, former assistant Kristen McNair is the head coach. And, of course, as you well know, facing Chase County over the last couple of years, it's now the post, if you want to call it, post-Bryn McNair era now.
Yeah.
Because she was a great, not to say she was the only one, because she wasn't. They had some other good players, but she did a lot for them, didn't she?
Yeah, especially how tall she was as well. I mean, she got the ball almost every time. And
yeah.
So.
Here we go. Whippets will serve first, up 1-0 on the good first set. Right there is Favre, set by Randall. Back set, Foster is going to get a swing. Pops it over Whippets right there. Jump set, work them aside, work the left side, and the kills on the way, and good by Maddie Camry on this left side. It's 1-0 Minden. They just move it around so well, don't they?
Mm-hmm. Well, that one was like really sharp. I'm questioning if the left front needs to come shift back a little bit, help on that a little bit, because Favre was taking the more inside.
Good serve, chased down by Randall, and just couldn't quite keep it alive. Foster's first pass just kind of made her chase at that time, and it's 2-0. 2-0 Whippets trying to win this. It's the best 2 out of 3 in this one. As Minden looking for win number 5 of the season. Favre's pass, overpass, and Minden's right there. The big slam. Worked the middle that time, McKenna Starkey, and it's 3-0 Minden. Cannot have mistakes like on overpasses, can you?
Because it's like almost automatically killing every time on those overpasses.
With the Minden, the power they have, and they're people,
unless
whoever.
you get a block up on that.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's true. 3-0 ball game. Good serve right there. Foster shanked. It's chased down by Randall. Can they save it? Nah, they can't do it. But right now the serve receive is kind of faltering from McCook right now.
Yeah, it's a really good float serve. On those, you just got to make sure you're going to be in front of it and hold your platform a lot. They're pulling on it. They're passing a little bit. That's why they're overpassing.
Whippets back with the serve line drive and right in front of Favre. Boy, that thing just sunk at the last second. An ace serve, and it's 5-0 Minden. Timeout head coach Trevor Hoynes back to the Graph Event Center shortly on Kicks 96.1. Back here at the Graph Event Center, at 5-0 run here, Kaylin, early by Chase County. They're serving, and boy, or by Minden, I'm sorry, by Minden, sorry, got ahead of myself. But the serving's been tough, and the serve receive has not been good for McCook.
No, the serves are really tough. Just move your feet, read it.
Good serve once again right there is Rippin. It can be set by Crawford this time. Reaching back as we're putting Randall outside that time to hit, and it went behind the antenna. It's 6-0.
That's a setting error on that one. It was way too far out and for her to hit it.
Coach Hoynes is mixing up a little bit of position-wise. Crawford is in their set, and this time it's Randall moving her to a hitter. Crawford will set it this time. Bailey Foster gets a swing off a block, and it was a touch of the net. And that's the first point from McCook right there.
That was good at reading the split. I mean, huge block up. I mean, the reason why it was split is because the one was blocking line and blocking cross. So, way to read that split.
Foster back at the service line, 6-1. Minden in the second set. They won the first set 25-13. Whippet set it up near side. Cross court. It's hit a little sideways by Favre. Chased down by Foster. And now Favre will pop it over in the third chance. Whippet's right there. Set, back set, far side, off a block, or is it 4 hits? There was no block, it was 4 hits, and it's 6-2.
Yeah, that was pretty good defensively, and it was good hustle, and it was see if McCook can get momentum here.
Foster on the good line drive serve. Set up in the back set, tipped over. Chance of McCook tipped over, second pass that time. McCook gave away that one. And Minden comes out off the block. Nice block then by Rippon that time. Whippet send it over. Randall will bump it over. That was the third chance right there. 6-2 ball game. Back set, cross court. It's off of Walgren, goes backwards and out of bounds. It's 7-2.
She was there, except she caught up on her shoulder. She just needed to tilt more on that because she had no tilt on it. That's why it went off her shoulder sideways into the wall.
7-2. Minden with that lead. First of 3 matches here at the Graf Event Center. Short serve. Bomber hit a little sideways. They're picking on the libero. And in this second set, it's 8-2 on the 8th serve. Coach Hoynes has burned 1 timeout and doesn't want to probably go and burn that second one quite so quick here.
Yeah. No, we do not want that.
Minden back at the service line. Whippets once again 8-2 lead. Good first pass by Foster. Randall set it up far side. Rippon goes down the line and it off of hands goes backwards. It's 8-3.
That was a good shot. Good shot because there was nobody down line except, well, there might have been, but she caught it off the hands because the defender, they were sucked up a little bit, so it was a way to hit that deep corner.
Almost tried to set it that time. She had to do it. That's the only way she could kept the ball, the Minden defender, right?
Yeah.
And it went off her fingertips. There's a
Ooh,
short serve, and Kelly Crawford with an ace serve.
That was a really good serve. She had the float, and it dropped right into the middle, like short middle, so that was really good serve.
8-4 ball game on the Crawford ace serve that time. Crawford, young freshman, getting some minutes here. On the short serve again, just barely dug up, kept it alive. Minden taps over, and it falls. Nice job that time by the Whippets on a quick hitter that time by Camry. Working that middle off the good set, 9-4 ball game. And Minden will bring their libero back into the lineup, and Meredith Johnson back to serve. 9-4 Whippets in the second set. Deep serve right there is Rippon. Randall right back to Corey off the net, in the net. Just a little bit off the net that time, and it's 10-4. Got to get her a little closer, right?
Yeah, she adjusted better on being in front of it more, but she just missed it.
Right there, good pickup by Foster. Set up far side, Rowan Weimer's cross court. It's saved and now pinballed around and sent over by Minden. This will go out. Oh, it probably would have went out of bounds. McCook saved it, and they can't save it. I don't know if anybody said anything to Bailey Favre that time, but I think that would have went long, but she took it, and it's 11-4.
Yeah, I think that was probably going to be really close to being out, but
if nobody said anything.
Yeah, your teammates need to talk what you guys are doing.
On the serve. This one's down the line and just wide out of bounds. That was close.
Yeah, well, she went to the line, and that was good of following it to the line and reading it.
11-5 ball game. McCook needs a run here in set number 2. They lost the first set 25-13. Randall back at the service line. Short serve and an ace serve.
Good.
McCook's pulled the string a couple of times, haven't they?
Yeah, mostly if you want to ace Minden, you got to serve them short because mostly they have their players pulled off to the side, and there's a huge open area.
11-6 ball game. Good serve once again. Picked up by the Whippets. Will work the front row off a block. Boy, big time crank that time by Maddie Camry. McCook had the block, but you can quite seal it good enough. It's 12-6.
No, she didn't press on it. She was there, but she pressed on it. She would have had a big roof on that.
Yeah, and you've got your tallest girls, and Weimer's and Rippon right there, both about 6 foot apiece.
Yeah, you gotta press.
12-6 on the serve. Whippets right there. Nice job by Favre. Good for it. Kind of fisted by Randall. Sent over by Walgren. Chance for the Whippets to use this on the attempt, and the cross-court kill is on the way and good that time by McKenna Beatty for Minden. It's 13-6.
Especially because McCook's block was clear onto her right, so she just sliced it to her left.
13-6 Minden in set number 2. Well, I know these two teams will see each other again coming up the Southwest Conference tournament whenever that comes. When McCook goes to Holdridge, I wonder I think Minden might be in that tournament as well. Far side Walgren goes cross court out of bounds. About the 10-foot line and sailed it long. It's 14-6. Whippets back at the service line. Bison got to get a stop right here. Line drive serve. Rippon's right there. Set by Randall. Back set. Rowan Weimers gets a swing off a partial tip. Kept alive by Minden. Bump set. And a swing by Emery. Nice dig by Favre, but passes led the setter didn't have a chance that time. 18-6 Minden.
Most of McCook's defense is that why the reason getting so tight is that they're not holding their platform. So they're like trying to guess, and then they're like, oh, shoot, I need to hold it right where you to your target. Setter.
Ace served that time by Minden on the heart. Boy, they serve aggressively, don't they?
Yeah. Float serves.
16-6. By Randall that time, couldn't quite get it 17-6.
No, she wasn't right on defense. She was still moving while she contacted it, so she needs to run then make a move for it.
17-6. Coach Hoyne's going to burn his final timeout. 17-6. We're back to the Graf Event Center here shortly. Kicks 96-1.
They'll be there for defense.
Bumped over by Weimers right there. Riplets have it. Big hard slam and work that middle inside. Nice job, McKenna Beatty. We've called her name out a couple of times at 18-6. They don't put heights, but she's got to be 6 foot tall. That Beatty girl right in the middle from Minden.
She looks 6 foot.
Yeah. It's 18-6 Whippets in the second. Good serve right there is Rippin. Chased down by Randall. Good setup to Walgren. Cross court killed. Nice. It's picked up by Minden. Jump set. Tipped over. Right there is Randall. Set this time by Weimers. A little back row attack by Randall. Picked up by Minden. Bump set far side. And in the net. That swing by Minden. It's 18-7. McCook gets point. Last attack that time, Rebecca Lemka, the sophomore right side hitter. Coaches always kind of like to have lefties, nice lefties on the right side, don't they?
Yep.
18-7 ball game. Good serve. There's Lemke right this time off of our block at the net, and it falls. It's 19-7.
That was a good tool.
And Callie Crawford checks in for Bailey Favre. Back at the service line is Weimers. 19-8 ball game. On the serve. Back row pass. Kind of a line drive and swatted over. Picked up by Randall. Going to be bump set by Rippin. Sent over by Walgren. Little roll shot. Picked up by Minden. Set near side. Crank down the line. Good. The kill that time by Miley Emery. Again, it's 20-8 as Minden's the first one to 20. Coach Rathke going to sub some more. Do a lot of rotating, especially the back row. The servers. This one's going to be Aubrey Bulis. Check at the service line. A 28 ball game. Line drive. A little sideways by Rippin. Chased down by Favre. And now roll shot over by Crawford. Chance for the Whippets to use it right here in the back set. Cross court. Dug up. Nice dig by Randall. Kept alive by Rippin. Sent over by Crawford this time. Whippets again a chance. A little quick hitter in the middle. Blocked. And it's sent backwards. Nice shot. I think Walgren's the one that got the single block. Shane Crawford right there. It's a big defensive play from McCook.
Yeah, it was good. Especially there's a little bit missed timing on Minden's set and the hitter a little bit, but that was good that they sealed it right there.
20-9 ball game. Walgren back at the service line. Back row pass. Pushed over this time. Down the line. They caught McCook kind of, I don't know, moving to the right, sucking up a little bit, and they left the left side open. It's 21-9. As Emery back to the service line again for Minden. 4 points away from capturing this second set. Back at the service line again. Boy, knuckleball, didn't spin at all. It's going to be an ace serve. Back row from McCook. The first pass couldn't get to the center that time. It's 22-9. And Emery Emery again here on the serve. On the serve, right there is Favre. Hit a little straight up, chased down by Randall. Rippin's going to have to bump it over, and it gets over. Chance for Minden to use it right here. Look, quick set in the middle. It kind of knocked Favre over that time. She kept it alive, but nobody could chase it down the second pass, and it's 23-9. Nice job. Bailey stood her ground.
Yeah, she did.
She did.
It's just caught her up really high,
Yeah.
and I mean, it was a good touch.
Yeah, did have I mean, anything else she could really do there.
Yeah.
And McCook's serve received that time, not good. It falls, and it's 24-9 and set point here for Minden. Back at the service line is Miley Emery. On the serve, right there is Rippon. Going to be set by Crawford. Randall cross courts, and it's out of bounds. And it's
That was really close.
Yeah,
I couldn't tell.
McCook thought it was in. Of course, they're looking across, and it was not. 25-9 is the final as Minden advances, or not advances, but they win the first of 3 matches here. 25-13, 25-9. We'll wrap up our first game coverage here from the Graf Event Center shortly on Kicks 96.1. Match number 1 of the first of 3 here at the Triangular, the Graf Event Center, 25-13, 25-9. Minden wins it over McCook. Lady Bison gave it a shot. That Minden team, boy, they just click. They just really click well. And McCook has still got some youth they're working with right now. It'll come. You play good teams like this. You realize this in your experience. You play good teams, it makes you better, doesn't it?
It does. I feel like just Minden, they've had those past really good, experienced players, and they played against them. And so they've already had those younger ones that were really experienced because they played against them. McCook, they had the same thing as well, but they just have a really, really young team, so they're kind of rebuilding on that a little bit. But I feel like if the younger ones, if they get more varsity playing time this year, I feel like they could start clicking together more. I
agree with you. I think you got to keep working at it. I'm sure Coach Hoynes is saying the same thing. We keep playing, get some practice time in. They got another match tonight. You got a Chase County team. I think Minden's the elite team of this. It's bar none. They're the best team here.
Yeah.
Chase County. We'll see what they're all about. You never know what they have to offer. We'll see. I would pick Minden as the favorite still to win this the way they're playing. But that last matchup, McCook and Chase County, that could be anybody's ball game right there.
It could. We didn't play Chase County a lot. Same with McCook, but I've watched McCook before. But Chase County, I mean, I think they could be pretty decent this year because I think they have a couple coming back that they played with the past experienced players before. So hopefully they can bring that experience back into this year. But just like McCook, even though they're young, they every team makes mistakes. But the good thing is that you want to learn from it, and so the next games, when that happens, you hopefully you can learn from the mistakes and do good the next games.
All right, you got another win in you? Another match in you?
Yeah.
All right,
let's do it.
We got some time here because it's they're going to let, of course, Minden have a break, and they got to let Chase County once again. So we will not. Our next coverage here on Kicks 96.1 will not be until the last game. We are still going to have the next game on our Kicks 96.1 YouTube channel. We are giving a feed to our sister station 102.9 Jack FM in Imperial. But we will still have this match on our YouTube channel. Our folks on KICX, we will get you back into more music, and we'll be back here, I'm going to say 7 o'clock or so with the final match between McCook and Chase County. For Kalen Barnett, I'm Rich Barnett. Thanks for listening to our coverage of Bison Volleyball on Kicks 96.1 and our Kicks 96.1 YouTube channel. We are back here to the Graph Event Center on 102.9 Jack FM, also Kicks 96.1 YouTube channel. As the second match of the night in our McCook Triangular, first match was Minden over McCook 25-13, 25-9. Rich Barnett, Kaylin Barnett by my side to call this game. Chase County girls under first-year coach Krista McNair, and of course Coach McNair, longtime assistant, and taking over the reins this year as for the Chase County program. And a team that just played one match, Kaylin, last week against Ogallala. It's kind of a rival to their north a little bit. Just played the one match, so they're looking to kind of get the ball rolling. One match. Let's get the ball rolling and start playing 2 or 3 a night, huh?
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised because a lot of teams I've seen have already played 4 to 5 matches already, even though they've been tournament. But still, I mean, one game this late in the season, that's surprising to me.
I will remember for our folks watching on the YouTube channel, I'll make sure I have the scoreboard actually working for this match. Last one, I had it up. I'm keeping score the entire night, and I forgot to hit the check mark to put the actual scoreboard on. So, you know, you live and learn. Whatever, you live and learn. I'm not a big-time techie, that's for sure. We watched Minden just a little bit ago. Kaylin, boy, they looked really good. They're the number 3 team in Class C1. A state tournament team from last year. They did lose some seniors, but boy, they looked really good, didn't they?
Oh yeah, really good. Especially if they lost seniors, those players that have been playing with them or come back that experience still have that chemistry going for them and keeping their culture really good.
So we'll see what gives once again here at the Graph Event Center in this one between Chase County and also the Minden Whippets. 102.9 Jack FM, online at highplainsradio.net, the 102.9 Jack FM app, and also on our Kicks 96.1 YouTube channel. Let's take a 2-minute break. 2-minute break. We will take a quick break and back with the lineups for both teams coming up in 2 minutes next on 102.9 Jack FM. And we're back here at the Graph Event Center, McCook Community College on 102.9 Jack FM and also on our Kicks 96.1 YouTube channel. Starting lineups, first of all, for Chase County, head coach Krista McNair. Their setter in this lineup will be junior Landry McNair. Their outside hitters, sophomore Carly Anderson, along with Riley Rusher, a sophomore, middle hitter Miranda Spady, also Kylie Wiest, liberos Tristan Nordhausen, also Olivia Spady in that lineup as well for the Chase County girls. Minden, they will play, gosh, they played a lot of girls. They played quite a few. They're 2 setters, and their setters, which we talked about in our first broadcast, Kaylin, is their setters, when they're not setting, they're outside hitters. How about that?
Yeah, and like I said earlier, to be a really good player and know how to play all around in every position. So
Miley Emery is one of those young ladies. Maddie Kimmery is the other, both with pretty good size. Their right side is Kinsey Land. Meredith Johnson is a libero. Also, one of the middles, and two really good middles, and McKenna Beatty and also McKenna Starkey. And the right side is Rebecca Lemke. So that's the, once again, most of the Minden players we'll see in this matchup here. Match number 2, the final match will be McCook and Chase County. Of course, McCook and Chase County could be the first of 2 meetings because those 2 teams will play in the McCook Invite Tournament here in a couple of weeks, which is always a good tournament being played at the high school and also the junior high as well. Ready to go here from the Graf Event Center once again at McCook Community College on 102.9 Jack FM and also Kicks 96.1 YouTube channel as well. Love the Chase County uniforms. Well, you can see those numbers plain as day, can't you?
Yep.
Minden folks, boy, next time you order new unis, not to be critical, don't go with black over purple. Just don't, especially, don't go do that.
I like the short sleeves, though. Love to wear short sleeves, but been getting used to long sleeves as well. But I used to wear elbow pads before, but I really love their long sleeve jerseys now.
It just kind of varies. Some teams do one or the other, don't they?
Yeah. But
you prefer not the long sleeves, right? You don't like long sleeves?
Well, I just pull them up a little bit because I don't really like the feel of it.
Gotcha.
Clear down to my hands, and I like passing-wise.
Kaylin Barnett with your fashion minute here on that swing that time for Chase County, and Kylie Weiss, their middle from McNair, and it's sent long out of bounds, 1-0. See if Chase County gets some offense going here in this one against a Minden team that's they got a lot of offense. That's for sure. On the good serve. Hit a little backwards. Going to be saved by Spady. Now sent over by Chase County. Almost fell. Whippet's a good dig. Back row off the hands that time. Olivia Spady back row. It's 2-0. I guess I should keep score again. Gosh, dang, I just can't remember to keep that dang scoreboard, which I do have it running for this one. I got to find where it is in all these different commands. Dude, at the ball game, overpass and it falls. It's 2-1. I don't want that. There we go. 2-1 ball game. Back to serve for Chase County is Landry McNair for the first time. Back row pass nicely dumped over, and it rolls over right there is Chase County. Little back set once again, near side of Rusher. Kept alive by Minden. Jump set, worked the middle this time, tossed over, just swatted over that time. Nice job by Minden. That we talked about their middles with Starkey that time, and it's 3-1 Whippets.
Mostly if you're not blocking, make sure to cover on defense.
And nobody did that time.
No.
Whippets back to serve once again here in the opening first set.
Pass.
McNair, far side, big swing, crank, cross court. Nice job, Carly Anderson, but picked up by Minden. Cross court kill, and it goes off of Anderson. She tried to keep it alive, and a hard hit that time, but couldn't quite do it. It's 4-1 Minden. Front row with Anderson, also with Wiest and McNair. Libero, Nordhausen back row as well for Chase County. Of course, Nordhausen wearing the black shirt, Libero. 4-1 Whippets. McNair, the bump set, going to be pushed over this time by Rusher. Chance for Minden, second pass, slammed that time on the second pass that time by number 13, Maddie Kemery. It's 5-1. I think Minden just kind of getting warmed up, aren't they? Kind of looks like with that first match. Wow.
Yeah. Yep.
Probably
now they're on a roll now.
Being the farthest away, that's why they're playing first. Being the farthest one, but they probably don't mind. Jay gets us a good warm-up and get ready for match number 2. McNair back set here, near side Rusher. Kept alive by the whip. It's going to be bump set. Swing by Camry. Back row. Hits the back line. Good. It's 6-1. So Chase County off to a rough start. But we've seen this before. It's a tough start. Coach McNair, how long does she wait to burn that time out? Whippets back to serve. At 6-1. Line drive. Landry McNair keeps it alive, pushed over by Anderson. Back row picked up by Whippets. One-handed set, pushed over. Chance for Chase County. McNair back set here near side. Rusher picked up by Minden again. Big swing by Camry. Blocked. Apparently it was a block. I don't think they were going to call 4 hits. Nice block at the net. Nice job. I think that was Rusher that was there. It's 6-2.
Yep, that was good pressing on that one. Good turning and back into the court because that, if she didn't do that, it would have been a good tool for Camry.
back at the service line, Chase County, is Ava McNair, junior, back there for the first time. Good serve. Good first pass, set up, that's kind of pushed backwards, and it goes out of bounds off of Ava McNair back row. Minden look out of sync that time, but they're just enough. They found a corner open, and it's 7-2 Whippets.
Yeah, Minden's really good at finding the court a lot, especially Chase County just needs to communicate. But other than that, I think Minden's really good at pushing corners a lot.
Back at the service line, Minden again, trying to add to their lead. Good first pass by Nordhausen. McNair, and kind of right in between the two hitters that time and pushed over. Minden has a chance to use it this time. Big swing, cross-court kills on the way, and good. Maddie Camry again. It's 8-2 Minden. Timeout, Chase County. We are back to the Graf Event Center coming up after this 30-second break on 102.9 Jack FM. Rich Barnett, Kaylin Barnett back here at the Graf Event Center. Coverage of the McCook High School Triangular. Match one, it was Minden over McCook in 2, and I tell you, the Whippets look pretty solid here early, Kaylin, with an 8-2 lead over Chase County.
Yeah, they're really smart on the shots, especially, I mean, Camry's been putting a lot of put downs, but the middles have been really smart of pushing those hits deep.
Meredith Johnson, the good serve, and now Chase County can't work any offense, and both teams are, you got it, no, I got it, no, you got it, and in the net, it's 9-2. Whippets back at the service line. Johnson again at 9-2. Minden in this opening first set. Line drive serve. First pass to go down to McNair. That worked the middle this time. Pushed over by Anderson. Kept alive by Minden. And now tapped over by the Whippets right there. Nordhausen. McNair back set here near side. Spady. Dug up nicely by Minden. Camry a big swing. Dug up by Nordhausen. Good save that time, McNair. And it doesn't go up on the third chance. Oh. Chase County had a couple of nice defensive plays, just the last one just not able to push over.
Their defense is really good, but after that, when the ball is up, they're kind of scattered a little bit. Be like, oh, who's going to get it? So, I mean, need second person on that ball.
10-2 ball game. Got to change that score. Nordhaus a good first pass. McNair has to run it down. Now bumped over by Chase County. Is just that pass is going all over the place. They work that middle again. Nordhausen on a good dig. Overpass, chance. Second pass, Camry right there again. Big swing by Maddie Camry. There was a partial block in the net, but not enough. Too much power on that left side, isn't it?
Yeah, I think Chase County, they really need to push their blocks out to the line because she did to a line, and so that's how she got the kill.
11-2, big serve. Nordhausen, good first pass. McNair sets it up. Cross-court kills on the way. That was a good setup that time. Olivia Spady, the junior outside. It's 11-3 on that kill. Longhorns go back to their bench. I'm trying to think, trying to see who kept checking on that front row. It's Miranda Spady will check in. The Spadys, McNairs, the Nordhauses, my gosh. Those families just
Sisters,
have
cousins,
exactly right. They're all over the place. Deep serve, backpedaling. Minden, they'll have to chase it down, and then it was that time Camry tried to really cut it. She had to that time as she was right near midcourt and couldn't quite do so.
Yeah, that was like a nearly impossible shot. I mean, if she wanted to get that in, she's going to be like way in front of the 10-foot line on Chase County's side. So it was a good attempt.
11-4, the jump serve by Nordhausen. Back row pass chase down, and now it's Camry gets another swing off the partial tip. Dug out by Nordhausen, going to be bump set. And now free balled over by McNair. Chance for Chase, or chance for Minden, a back set. And the kill is off to work that lefty on the far side there, Caitlin. We talked about in the first set. That lefty over there is number 18, Rebecca Limka, and the kill's good.
Yeah, it was a really good hit. And when I was looking at blocking earlier, they're there, they're closing it. It's just they're just late on the block.
12-4 and an ace serve. It goes off the fingertips as Ava McNair tried to kind of set it. Had a lot of muster on it. It's 13-4 Minden big here in set number one. Not sure who the officials are. Our good buddy Bob Golke's over at the high school doing the JV matches. Dang it, should be here doing these matches. Sent over by Chase County in the third chance. A chance for Minden right here. Worked that middle this time. A quick hitter on that middle. Once again to McKenna Beatty. And the kill's good. And there's your first double-digit lead, 14-4. Middles outside. Boy, these middles are strong, aren't they?
Yeah, well, especially it's really hard to determine who's going to get the ball if you have several hitters that are really good.
Yep. First set, it's been all Minden in this one up, 14-4. Good serve right there is Nordhausen. McNair tried to reach it, couldn't quite do it. 15-4, and Coach McNair has got to get somebody that can pass the ball and to bring Elizabeth Hanna, freshman, in the ball game for the first time. 15-4 Whippets in the first set. Whippets back at the service line again. Line drive, hit straight, hit backwards. They picked on Hanna right away. Sent over by McNair. Whippets trying to get some offense going again. Big crank cross-court kills on the way and good from Emery. You know, Emery sets and Camry hits, and then Camry sets and Emery hits. Did I get that right? They center goes to sets and then goes to outside hitter. 16-4. And we have, there's our first violation against some out of rotation for Chase County, wasn't it?
Yep.
17-4 ball game. Second match of the year for the Chase County girls. I think Coach McNair is gonna burn her final timeout. 17-4. It's all Minden. We're back in 30 seconds next on 102.9 Jack FM. Back here at the Graph Event Center as match number 2 of the night is kind of going like match number 1 here, Caitlin, with Minden is just dominating the night. They swept 2 from McCook, and boy, they're kind of handed it to Chase County right here, 17-4. Right now, the passing for Chase, the passing's breaking down, isn't it?
Well, yeah, especially deep serves, you got to move your feet. They're just sticking like there's concrete on their feet. So really they just need to move their feet a lot, make sure to tilt on their passing, and also stay low a lot, because when they're passing, they're standing up, and that's how it's going straight up.
Minden on the serve, hit straight up. Chase County, that's Katie Anderson now pushed over, this time by Olivia Spady. Big swing, Lemka hit off the head of Carly Anderson, I should say. Now Anderson pushes it over. Chance for the Whippets right here. Set up here left side. It's off a partial tip. And the kill's good by Miley Emery, and it's 18-4 Minden here in set number 1. We'll see Minden go to the bench, and number 15, Gracie Freeze, will check back in and spell Kenzie Land. 18-4, all Whippets in set number 1. Deep serve, Nordhausen. Pretty good pass to McNair this time. Back row, picked up nicely done by Meredith Johnson. Big swing down the line, good by Emery. Boy, she had a lot of time. Oh, it was out.
Outside the antenna.
Okay. Glad you caught that one, because I didn't. So, went outside the antenna. She kind of had to reach back for that one a little bit. It's 19-4.
Oh.
Should be 18-5.
Oh, well, yeah.
That's
correct. That's correct. Sorry.
Yeah.
I forgot who hit that.
It should be 18-5. I got 18-5, and they still got 19-4 on the board. Big swing in the middle. They work those middles. McKenna Beatty. You can just leave. Now it should be 19-5 at the score table. They've got 20-4.
All right.
I don't think they've.
So.
Anyway, we'll say 20-4 and go with them. Good serve by Minden right there is Nordhausen. McNair bump set, far side, swing down the line that time by Spady. Chance for Minden to pick it up. Cross-court kill. It goes through the hands once again to Nordhausen. Couldn't quite get enough oomph on that one. Strength is 21-4. Just Minden does such a great job of just moving things around, don't they?
Yeah, really good at shots, especially deep. Like I said earlier, hitting that back corners. I mean, you just got to really read it. Don't suck up too much on defense.
21-4 on the board. We'll just go with that. Whippets, all Whippets in this one. Let's get back to the serve. Back to a pass nicely done by Anderson. Set up far side. Big swing by Spady. Minden's right there again. Big swing goes back row. It's hit straight up by Anderson. Bump set by Nordhausen. Free ball over by McNair. Chance for the Whippets to use this one. Set up, back set, crank, kills on the way, and good. The kill that time, Kinsey landed, I believe, in that front row. 22-4 ball game. Lady Bison volleyball team right beside us. We're up here in the corner, and they're over here watching this one as well. 22-4 ball game on the good serve, and it's going to be an ace serve. Back row that time for Chase County. Dylan Herman couldn't quite retrieve it, and she'll check out. We'll see Ava McNair check back in. 22, is that 23-4 or 20? I'll go with 22-4. They're checking. Over the scores table. Chase.
I think they're getting it right now.
Are they going back and it should be 21-5 then? Chase County softball playing tonight. I believe Holyoke. Chase County football, nice job getting off to a good start with a big win last Friday. Had a good conversation with Bryn McNair last night. Talked to her a little bit. Of course, she's getting ready for a big matchup, playing for UNO against Nebraska tomorrow. How about that?
Yeah, I thought that'd be pretty cool. The experience, especially in the Memorial Stadium, where they expect 90,000 fans, and whew,
you're going to be one of the 90,000, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm really
lucky
excited.
dog.
Yeah, I'm really excited to go and watch.
Got it switched up 23-5, and now sent over by McNair on the third chance. Again, the pass and serve receives hasn't been too good. Nice job, Chase County, keeping it alive. Going to be bumped over this time. Longhorns get it over. Chance for Minden Hughes to work the middle this time. Tapped over the block and fisted, and now sent over by Carly Anderson. Whippets again. Back set far side. Big crank. Nice job. Good dig by Ava McNair. Pushed over by Anderson again. Minden, which way? They'll dump it over the second pass this time, and it falls in. It's 24-5, and set point number one. Just when you think, where should we go? Should we go to the left side, get ready for that block? Should we go? Is she going to back set? Nope, she dumps it over in that pass.
Yeah, that's when you get caught off guard a lot. So, I mean, they got to stay low on defense a lot. And on blocking, you need your pin blockers to talk to your middle a lot, because the middle blocker is toughest because you got to go both ways all the time, and the middle as well. So let your outside and your right side talk, hey, where's it going, where's it going? And so it really helps them on getting there for blocking. 24-5 and set point number one for Chase County here in set number one. 24-5, float serve. Nordhausen get first pass to McNair. Back set and off a block. Nice job, Chase County, to pick it up. Now they got a net violation. Spady's attack was blocked, and then Chase County in the net. And it's all Minden in this one with the first set, 25-5. We will take a 2-minute break, 2 minutes, and back with the second set here from the Graf Event Center here shortly on 102.9 Jack FM.
We are back here at the DeGraff Event Center. It's set number 2 coming up here at all Minden in the opener, 25-5. As boy, the Longhorns looked really, or the Whippets looked really good. Chase County, on the other hand, got a rebound. They're the underdog going to this one, Caitlin. But I'm sure Coach McNair says, "Come on, we're better than this. We got to pass the ball. Certainly got to pass a lot better."
Yeah, I mean, passing's key, and if you don't get a good pass, you can't get a good set, can't get a good hit. So, I mean, got to get some offense going here. I feel like get the energy up more. I mean, I can't really hear very well through these headphones, but, just hype each other up every play.
As Landry McNair on the good first serve back row. There's a good start with an ace serve.
That is a good start.
Nice aggressive serve. Could not be handled back row by the Whippets, and it's 1-0. Good start, Chase County here in the second set. One more match after this one's over between McCook and Chase County. McNair on the line drive serve. Hey, almost says going to be another ace serve. Chase down. Can they reach it? No. Goes in the crowd. Back-to-back ace serves, and it's 2-0.
Hey, now you got a target to look at because you already aced twice. Keep serving at her if you want to get more points.
Going to be picking on that back row over there with, that is Rebecca Lemke. She probably will expect another one heading her way. It's 2-0 Chase County. And this one's a line drive and a little bit too much mustard that time, and it's 2-1. 2-1. Chase County with that lead. Set number 2. Whippets back at the service line again. Line drive. Good first pass by Anderson. McNair sets it up for Anderson. Big swing, cross-court. Kills on the way. Back line's good. Carly Anderson. And it's a 3-1 ball game. As you said, the energy's there. Yeah,
the energy is there. Like last set, they had a lot of energy, but I feel like they could pick it up a little more. And that one, I mean, they have a huge momentum going into right now, and their energy is really good right now.
Ava McNair back at the service line, 3-1 Longhorns in the second. On the good serve, backpedaling. Set, near side, big swing. Emery is, boy, she has been dynamite. Maddie Camry, I should say. Maddie Camry with the kill. It's 3-2.
Yeah, I think she hit split on that, and that's in the 6 area where, I mean, you don't ever want splits and blocks, or else it's, really hard for the defenders to get to that.
She and Starkey, that front row, awfully darn tough, along with Rebecca Lemke as well. 3-2 Chase County by 1. Back row pass by Ava McNair. McNair will swing it off to Anderson. Good dig back row by the libero Bulis that time. Big swing by Camry, and it falls. Maddie Camry's kill, second one for her in this set, and it's tied at 3. You can tell the Chase County girls out there after that 25-5 first set loss. A little bit more spunk out there. Line drive serve right there is Nordhausen. McNair will send it over in the second pass, but didn't fool anybody. Camry gets a swing, a little roll shot, trying to find the donut. Good save by McNair. Bump set, and now sent over by Anderson. Off a tip, good dig. Back set, Lemke cross court. Good dig by Landry McNair. Now pushed over by Spady. Chance for Minden right here. Short set, work the middle, cross court. They worked Starkey in there and worked that middle. It's 4-3. Minden's got a 1-point lead. 1 point, Whippet lead here in set number 2. Good movement that time, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, definitely, and especially hitting those side hits. Oh, there's really good spots to hit.
Good first pass. McNair has it far side. Carly Anderson off a block. Kept alive Minden. They'll push it, trying to go back corner. Good dig, good save
hustle
by McNair, you bet. And clear cross court, and Anderson had to push it over and couldn't, it off balance, and it's 5-3. 5-3 ball game here in the second. Minden won set number 1, 25-5. On the good line drive serve right there is McNair's. Landry McNair will set up, work the middle to Carly Anderson. Off a partial tip, kept alive by Minden. Right down the line, a hard hit that time, and attack by Camry. As the point is on the way, and good, 6-3. Well, you're covering that line, you're trying to save your face, your nose from getting broken off one of those.
Well, yeah, but also blockers need to get out to the line and also talk to your middle of getting over there more so you don't have a split as well.
Bump set by Landry McNair, goes sent over by Nordhausen. Back row picked up nicely done by Bulis. Back set Lemke off a block, dug up by Lemke, pushed over. Right there, Chase County. 6-3 Minden lead. Still playing. Big swing in the nets. That's a tough one off balance in the third hit by Spady. and it's 7-3. Whippets by their biggest lead of the second set, 4 points. 7-3 ball game. Good serve, line drive. Dug up by Nordhausen. McNair will set up Carly Anderson, and it's off a tip. Went off a Bulis, the libero back row, and it's 7-5.
That was a really good set. I mean, out to the outside, pushing that. I think it was a little bit far back, not in front of the 10-foot line, but that was a good push of getting it back in front. So she had a really good run to the ball.
And Carly Anderson, young sophomore outside hitter, looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Deep serve,
Ooh,
backpedaling, that probably would have went out.
Yep.
But Minden takes it and elects it. Roll shot over, picked up by Nordhausen. McNair, far side, big swing by Spady. Partial tip. Camry again, dug up nicely by Ava McNair. Going to be set by Landry McNair. Sent over off the tip of the tape, and Minden keeps it alive. Back set Lemke, and cut it. Did it go out of bounds? Yes, it did. Wow, she pushed that down the line that time and almost had it in. Pretty close, wasn't it?
Yeah, I couldn't even tell where it went at this angle. I was like, wait, I think she missed. No, it just went out on the other side.
Yeah, but it was close. 7-5 ball game, Minden by 2 in the second. Nordhausen at the service line.
Good up.
Set up near side, Lemke on the outside here, near side with the swing, and it's in the net. It's 7-6. Longhorns are fighting, 7-6, trail by 1.
Yeah. Good fight right now. Let's get the momentum going here.
7-6 ball game. Nordhausen back at the service line again. Line drive. Shanked it a little sideways, chased down by Emery, and sent over out of bounds long by Whippets, and it says 7-7 ball game.
Bad communication there. I think somebody, I think it was Camry maybe that was trying to take it, but she bumped into a teammate.
Nordhausen line drive serve. Bulis a good up that time, but he set the middle this time. Big crank and the kills on the way and good. They go to Camry when they need a point. They need something. They go to number 13, and it's 8-7 Minden.
Yeah, you need big blocks up on her. I mean, I'm looking at blocks. It's really hard to see at the same time. I think there's blocks up, but they're not really there, like on her shoulder. So, yeah, make sure to line up where she is.
8-7 Minden, shanked pass, and push over by Chase County. Chance for the Whippets to use it. They'll work the middle this time. Tapped over, dug up, bump set McNair. Nordhausen will send it over. Chance for the Whippets again. Back set this time, and Lemke dug up by Ava McNair. Saved by Nordhausen and sent over by Landry McNair. Whippets again, cross court, and Camry again on cross court. You're thinking she's going to stay right there, right near where the action goes cross court, and the kill's on the wing good.
And that's how Minden's good. They have several hitters that can hit from the right, middle, and outside, so it's really hard to determine who's going to get set to. So in that she was going against one block.
9-7 ball game. Good serve. Good pickup by Nordhausen. Set by Landry McNair. Carly Anderson blocked. Can it be dug up? Nope. It kind of bumped off a couple of hands and goes out of bounds. It's 10-7. Coach McNair is looking down the line. She is going to get substitution in the ball game. We'll see number 14, Haley Rusher, a sophomore, checking in for the first time. This Longhorn team has 2 seniors.
Pretty young team.
Kylie Waste and Tristan Ornhausen. Otherwise, boy, a lot of youth. Out of bounds, sailed long, and the miss serve by Minden. It's Chase County hanging tough. It's 10-8. Carly Anderson back at the service line. Chase County needs this second set after losing the first one 25-5. Good serve. It's tapped, one-handed set, pushed over. Chance for Chase County. McNair, far side. Carly Anderson, big swing. At the top of the tape, picked up by Minden, bump set. Cameron will get a swing, cross courts. Picked up by Nordhausen. Pushed over by Landry McNair on the second pass, but in the net, and it's 11-8. Surprised that she, on the second pass, she had a hit. She had somebody on the other side.
She did, and I was it was a really good up. I was like, set it up.
Yeah.
So.
Like to dump it over. Nordhausen, good up that time, back row, behind the 10-foot line. Spady sends it back row. Bump set, Minden, and this one's going to sail wide. It's point Chase County. It's 11-9, Longhorns within 2. Coach McNair will get Riley Rusher back in the lineup. Ava McNair will sit. Olivia Spady back at the service line, 11-9. Minden. It's a tight one and a missed serve. Really, we haven't. Chase County hasn't missed many serves tonight.
No, well, and that's a good thing.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you want to really limit your serving errors because that's just 3 points.
Yeah, especially when you're trailing.
Yeah, because Minden doesn't do anything on a missed serve.
12-9, Lemke, good serve. Landry McNair has to set it over, the momentum carrying toward that net. Chance for Minden right here, cross-court kill, nice job, good dig by Nordhausen. Landry McNair reaching back this time is Spady, and it falls, and a point to Chase County. Longhorns within 2 again, it's 12-10. 12-10 in the second. For the first time, we'll see Haley Rusher, a sophomore, at the service line. And a 12-10 ball game on the good serve, deep serve. That float serve that time. Set up, work the middle this time, and their big middles come through once again. And that was Miley Emery. Went middle that time. It's 13-10. Chase County down by 3. Lost the first set. It was all Minden 25-5. Libero Aubrey Bulis back at the service line for Minden. We're looking for their sweep for the night and win number 6 of the season. Chase County bumps it over by McNair. Bulis right there. Set up near side. Work the middles again. Just a quick hitter that time to Starkey. And the kill's on the way and good. And leads back to 4, 14-10. Timeout. First one taken by head coach Christy McNair of Chase County. We're back to the Graph Event Center coming up after this quick 30-second timeout. 102.9 Jack FM. Back here to the Graph Event Center as we're in match number 2, set number 2, between Minden and Chase County. Rich Barnett, Kaylin Barnett. 14-10 our score. Chase County, give them credit, Kaylin. They are hanging around in this one, which is good.
Yeah, I feel like Chase County's offense is a lot better. They're getting more kills than they had first set, which obviously helps a lot. So I feel like they just really need to work on their blocking.
But otherwise, Coach, after a first set that was a blur, it went that fast, Coach McNair's got to be happy, huh?
Yeah.
No question about it. 14-10, Minden with the serve. Back row pass. It's pretty good on McNair. Back set, Spady gets a swing. Nice dig that time, Minden, but it was in the net. Couldn't be pushed over. It's 14-11. Longhorns within 3 again. Nice job off the timeout of getting a point off the timeout. Landry McNair back at the service line. 14-11 Minden. Oh, this one's going to go. You could tell that thing took off right away at 15-11. So I said earlier, Chase County hadn't missed too many serves. I think that's 2 in a row now.
Yeah. I mean, just control your serves, limit the errors.
Spoke a little bit too soon. On the good serve, we have our first on the set against Chase County out of rotation. That'll make it 15, or actually 16-11. I don't know how officials keep track of everything on who's standing where. I don't know how to do it.
They're trained
They
to
are.
do it.
Exactly right, yeah. Down the line with a good serve. Chase County has to bump it around. Now free ball over. Chance for Minden on the free ball. Camry, big swing. Nice job. Chase County got a hand on the net. Anderson with a left hand sends it over. And it falls on Minden's side. And a point to Chase County at 16-12. Longhorns go back to their bench as Spady will check out. We'll see Ava McNair checking back in the service line. 16-12. Whippets in the second, trying for another sweep tonight. Cross-court serve right there, pretty good one. Sets up middle this time, tossed over, swung over, and I think that's going to be a lift, against Landry McNair. Yep, sure it was. Nothing, Minden's in that area of central Nebraska where there's a lot of good volleyball. Not to say there's not good volleyball here, because there's good volleyball here in southwest Nebraska, but a central Nebraska area, because you got C1, C2, B, and A. You got all 4 classes right there, and And sometimes they play each other a lot.
Yeah, well, especially they're close to Kearney, aren't they?
Right, exactly
and so,
right.
And Grand Island as well.
Yeah.
So I feel like they play teams up there,
Yeah.
and they're pretty good teams up there as well.
18-12 on the ace serve by Minden. Whippet still the serve, up by 6. Back row pass by McNair. Landra McNair will send it up far side. Sent over by Olivia Spady. Chance for Minden. They picked up another one. Tapped over a double block, and that donut was open. She almost had a pancake by Nordhausen. Not quite. It's 19-12, and Coach McNair is going to burn her final timeout of the set right here. It's 19-12 Minden in the second. We're back after this quick 30-second break on 102.9 Jack FM. Rich Barnett, Kaylin Barnett back here at the Graf Event Center, 19-12. It just seems like Chase County's been so close. The whole second set, they've been within 2 or 3 points, and you have a spurt here, and now you're trailing by 7, and Minden's 1 point away from being the first one to 20.
Yeah, they really limited errors earlier, but now they're getting on the run a little bit of errors, and so you got to pick up defense a little bit because Minden's really reading it well. So hopefully they can get a run again on this.
Need it. As McNair sets it up far side, Anderson, big swing. That's a good place. They have come out after timeouts and done pretty well after timeouts.
Yeah, well, I feel like probably McNair gives them the good talk, like, hey, you need to limit errors. Like, let's find the court on their side.
19-13 as Minden still has a 6-point lead. Nordhausen back at the service line. Need a run of points for Chase County in this one. Deep serve, and it's out of bounds. Boy, the way they looked at each other, I thought it was going to fall and hit the line, but it went out of bounds wide.
I could tell it was floating a little bit, so I was like, it's going to be close.
20-13 for as Minden is the first one to 20. As Whippet's 5 points away, back with the serve once again. On the serve, back row pass by McNair. Landra McNair will set up and a swing, one of the few ones by Rusher, picked up by Minden. Cameron sends it over. Boy, cut it that time, and a net violation against Chase County. Cameron was right at how she got that one over is beyond me, but Chase County in the net that time. 21-13. Meredith Johnson will continue at the service line once again for Minden. 21-13 ball game. On the good serve, float serve, hit backwards, chased down by Nordhausen. Bumped over by Landry McNair. Chance for Minden to add to their lead right here. Set, work the middle, tapped over. Chase County right there with Landry McNair. Back set, near side, Carly Anderson blocked. And it ricochets off a couple of hands and point to Minden.
Yeah, that was a good block on them, but it wasn't like a huge down ball on that. So really, you got to work on the cover a lot because they're mostly standing, but just make sure to cover.
22-13, 9-point deficit, the biggest of the second set for the biggest lead for Minden. Chance with a whip to use it right here. Near side camera, another swing off a partial tip. You bet. Got hands on that one, but Chase County can't do anything with it. Longhorns send it over. Back set, far side, Lemke taps it over a block, and they can't be dug up. It's 23-13. Wow.
They're mostly playing perimeter defense because they're playing deeper, and so mostly they have the tip right on over the block.
23-13. Whippets by double digits, deep serve. McNair is right there, bumps it by Chase County, sent over by Landry McNair this time, and just Chase County can't get any offense going. They work the middle this time. The kill's on the way and good. They worked the middle that time to McKenna Beatty, and here is match point number 1, Kaylin at 24-13. And earlier it's been, again, a 2 or 3 point game the entire set.
Yeah, well, Chase County had better offense. They weren't given free balls a lot, and now they had to take a lot of free balls over. 24-13.
McNair sends it up far side. Rusher pushes it over. Chance for Minden right here on the bump set. Near side, Camera gets another swing. Off a block and it falls, and there is your second set. 25-13. So Minden goes home. Made quick work of McCook. 25-13, 25, 5 or 9, I'm sorry. And then 25-5, 25-13 here in the second set. You're done for the evening, I hear, right?
Yep, gotta go do some college homework.
I completely understand, darling. Nice job. You did a great job. We'll have to do this again sometime, okay?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, folks, I'm trying to get her, and I know it's physical therapy is her career, but radio work, trying to get those kids maybe as a side gig someplace. How about that?
Yeah, and also like probably be down, maybe come down Saturdays, do Coach Coffee Club as well.
There you go.
Probably do that, but really busy right now with weekend tournaments, but down in middle of September, October, around there, I could probably come down a couple of Saturdays. So.
Very good. Have a fun time in Lincoln tomorrow.
Thank you.
All right. That's going to wrap it up for our coverage here at 102.9 Jack FM. We'll send it back to more music. And we'll be back here, I would probably guess, 20 or so minutes with McCook and Chase County. That'll be coming up here in just a bit on 102.9 Jack FM. Kicks 96.1, highplainsradio.net, our KICX app, and the Kicks 96.1 YouTube channel. Getting ready for more high school volleyball. That's coming up here in just a little bit. Got the final match of the night between McCook and Chase County. Both teams looking for wins as both teams fell to Minden in the first two matchups. It was McCook falling to Minden in 2, and Chase County just fell to Minden in 2 sets as well. Got about 11 minutes. Going to let Chase County have a little break time here, and McCook is warming up. We will send it back more music and get back with more volleyball. The final match of the night between McCook and Chase County coming up in just a little bit. Kicks 96.1 and our Kicks 96.1 YouTube channel. Kicks 96.1. Also broadcasting on our Kicks 96.1 YouTube channel and also 102.9 Jack FM as well. We say hello to our friends over in the Imperial area, ready for one more contest here from the McCook Triangular between McCook and also Chase County. Both teams glad Minden's leaving, that's for sure, because, boy, Minden, awesome team. They're now 6-0, ranked among the elite in Class C1, undefeated. And, boy, they were tough. They were tougher than nails against both McCook and Chase County. I think this matchup is going to be a pretty good one. I really do. Both teams looking for wins, that's for sure. Chase County's looking for their first win of the season. They're 0-2. McCook is 1-1 after, of course, the win last week over Lex and their loss against Minden today. So I think it's going to be a good one to watch. We'll take a break. We'll check the lineups. And the start of this game coming up, take a quick 2-minute break. 2 minutes timeout on Kicks 96.1 and 102.9 Jack FM. And we're back here to the Graph Event Center, McCook Community College coverage of Lady Bison volleyball and Chase County volleyball. Kicks 96.1, 102.9 Jack FM, also online, highplainsradio.net, and our Kicks 96.1 YouTube channel as well. Chase County, their starting lineup, see a lot of the same kids we just saw in the last game. Their setter is Landry McNair. Outside hitters, Carly Anderson, Olivia Spady. Also their middles, Miranda Spady in there. Riley Rusher, will see her. The liberos, Tristan Nordhausen, really was busy. And also Kylie Wiest as well in that lineup for Chase County. Their starting lineup right there. For McCook, their primary setter is junior Ashlyn Randall. Trying to set it up for their hitters, and Corey Rippon, Rowan Weemers. Also we'll see Jillian Walgren. Their two back row specialists, Bailey Foster, Bailey Faber. And Callie Crawford, the freshman, also got a lot of minutes in there as well for head coach Trevor Hoynes. A few more people here for with McCook, of course, at 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock, people just get off work, stuff like that. So it wasn't the greatest crowd, but more people have filed in for this late game once again here at the Graph Event Center. Again, Minden goes home with two wins once again, then straight sets over McCook in the opener and Chase County in the game just completed. And again, I think this one between McCook and Chase County is going to be a pretty good one. It could be the first of two matches with the two teams. Might see each other in the McCook tournament here in a couple of weeks. Pajama night here at the Graph Event Center with the McCook High School student body. A lot of kids in their favorite PJs for this one. Chase County on my left, McCook on the right, and here we go, ready for volleyball on Kicks 96.1, 102.9 Jack FM, our Kicks 96.1 YouTube channel as well. Thanks to all of our great sponsors helping us out. Got to make sure I get that scoreboard right on our Kicks 96.1 YouTube channel. Here we go. It'll be Landry McNair serving it first for Chase County on the good serve. Back row pass by Favre, set by Randall. Crawford of swing, and it's off a tip. Nordhausen probably should have let it go, but dove for it. Lady Bison on the board first. It's 1-0 in the first. As you can tell, my color analyst, my daughter had to leave for homework tonight. Had to give her a break. Bailey Foster in the good serve. Landry McNair sets up for Anderson. Big swing blocked on the play. And a point McCook. Nice job of the double block. Crawford and Randall right there for the double block. McCook's got a 2-0 lead. Foster back at the service line again. Back row pass by Spady. They pushed over by Anderson. Back row pass by Foster. Going to be set by Randall. Clear cross court to Rippon. Reaches back for it. Partially tipped. McNair back set. Near side. Spady. Cross court kills on the way and good. Riley Rusher, beg your pardon. Riley Rusher with the big kill. And it's 2-1. Bison with the opening lead here in the first set. We'll see Ava McNair back at the service line for the Longhorns. Coach Kristen McNair calling serves on the far side. Watching that. Bob with a good first pass. Back set by Randall. Pushed over by Crawford. Chance for Chase County with McNair. Tight set to Anderson down the line. Good dig back row. Tip to the net. And we have net violation. I think Randall was on her tip attempt. Touched the net. We're tied at 2. Just guessing on that one. 2-2 ball game. Ava McNair back at the service line. Bobber, good first pass to Randall. Rippon, the pass wasn't really high enough that time. Chance for Chase County. Big swing in the net. Blocked on the play by Crawford. It goes out of bounds. And a point to McCook. 3-2 Lady Bison in the first set. We'll see Rowan Weimers back at the front row for McCook. Bobber, the libero, will exit. Callie Crawford back to serve. On the serve down the line. Picking on Spady. Bumped over by Chase County and wide out of bounds. Miscommunication that time by Chase County. And the Bison up by 2, 4-2 in set number 1. Crawford on the serve. That one went off the palm that time, and in the net it's 4-3. 4-3 ball game as Chase County once again at the service line. We'll see Mr. Nordhausen back at the service line. 4-3 ball game. Good serve. Back row pass by Rippon. Randall, and now fisted over by Weimers. Chance for Chase County with McNair. Tight set to Anderson. Down the line, wide, out of bounds. Point McCook at 5-3. Only games of the week for the McCook girls. They're done after the week. Just these 2 games early in the week. Good first pass, Chase County. McNair. Back set, tipped over by Anderson right there. Weimers. Back set, Rippon. Sent over by Walgren off a block, and it's out of bounds. Point McCook at 6-3. Bison up to a good start here in set number 1. 6-3 ball game. And the lead. Ashlyn Randall back to the service line. Short serve this time, running up as Nordhausen. Set by McNair. Anderson swing. It's off a block, off of Walgren. And no, it went wide. I'm sorry, there was no block. Oh boy, the official on the chair says, I think Chase County thought it was a block that time. But no. So Bison get a point, 7-3. The way they reacted, they thought they had it. And it's going to be an ace serve as it's off the fingertips of Carly Anderson. 8-3, the Bison biggest lead at 5. And Coach Kristen McNair is going to burn her first time out for Chase County. Bison up by 5, 8-3. We're back in 30 seconds. 30 seconds next. Kicks 96.1 and 102.9 Jack FM. Coverage of the McCook High School volleyball triangular here at the Graf Event Center on Kicks 96.1. Also, 1029 Jack FM and on our Kicks 96.1 YouTube channel as well. 8-3. Lady Bison off to a great start here in set number 1. Good serve. Nope, long serve. Sorry, Ashlyn Randall too far out of bounds. 8-4. On the missed serve, Carly Anderson back at the service line for Chase County. 8-4 Lady Bison the first. Good serve. Right there is Rippin. Randall's going to back set it far side. Rowan Weimer's gets a swing down the line, picked up by Nordhausen. Set by McNair. Anderson, a big swing by Spady. Beggarmart blocked. Chase County gets a chance. Anderson down the line, picked up by Fauver. Bump step by Randall. Julia Walgren off a block, and it dug up. Super play, Chase County. Pushed over by Randall. Chance for Chase County. Work the middle, now have to bump over by Chase County. Randall sets it up, work the middle of the rip, and taps it over. Over past Chase County, still playing. Weimer's back row attack, Randall. Picked up back row by McNair. Set by Lander McNair. Big swing, cross-court kills on the way and good by Olivia Spady, and it's 8-5. Bison by 3 in set number 1. We'll see Carly Anderson, the sophomore, back at the service line at 8-5 in the first set. Good serve. Right there, McCook. Randall sets it up for Rippin. Work the middle this time, and it's off a tip. It might have went long out of bounds, but Anderson got a hand up there. 9-5 on the kill by Rippin. Corey back at the service line now, front row. Weimer's up there. Bailey Foster and Jaylee Walgren as well. 9-5 ball game. Chase County to push it over. Walgren's right there, Rippin. And now a swing by Walgren off a block. Good dig, set up. McNair now pushed over by Spady. Chance for McCook. Randall, big swing by Foster. Picked up back row by Chase County. Now bumped over by the Longhorns. Chance for McCook again right here with Randall. Back set, Rippin. Or Weimer's that time, and it ricochets around. And Rowan Weimer's gets a kill, and it's 10-5. McCook by 5. In set number 1. Corey Rippin back at the service line and a 5-point McCook lead. Good serve, long serve. Nordhausen hit straight up. Swing by Spady. It's blocked. Tipped over by Walgren off a block. It's good. Spady had the first initial hit. Overpassed it, and then the Walgren right there. Sophomore having a pretty good first set. It's 11-5. Corey Rippin back at the service line for McCook. On the good serve, and it's going to be an ace serve. It goes backwards off the hand. Miranda Spady. It's 12-5. McCook's biggest lead at 7. Checking back in for Chase County is Haley Rusher in that front row. On the good serve, out of bounds. Went long that time. It's 12-6. We'll see Riley Rusher check back in the lineup for Chase County. On the good serve, back row pass by Rippin. Randall sets it up. It's going to be Foster with a swing. Chase County a chance. Rusher cross-court kills on the way and good. Just in front of Bailey Fauver that time, back row. Point Chase County. Longhorns stay within 5. It's 12-7. Ball game here in the first set. Best 2 out of 3 in this one. The final match of the night. And off the tip of the tape, and an ace serve, it falls in. It was almost like a shank serve that time. Maybe she meant to go down the line with it, but hit off the top of the tape, and it fell in. 12-8 on the ace serve. Olivia Spady back at the service line. And serving coming up, 12-8 Bison lead. On the good serve, cross court right there is Rippin. Going to be set by Randall. Back set Rowan Weimer's off the partial block in the net, kept alive. Spady, big swing, not a lot on it. Picked up back row by Rippin. Going to be set by Randall. Foster pushes it over and it didn't get over. 12-9. So a 5-point lead is down to 3 now. Coach Hoynes is going to burn his first time out. 12-9 McCook. We're back to the Graf Event Center in 30 seconds on Kicks 96.1 and 102.9 Jack FM. First time out taken by head coach Trevor Hoynes and McCook as the Bison once again are up 12-9 here in set number 1. 12-9 ball game. We'll see Chase County back at the service line with Olivia Spady. I'm sorry, Riley. Get that right. It's Olivia Spady, yes. Line drive serve right there is Bobber. Going to be set by back set Randall. And Rowan Weimers, that set took her toward the sideline and hit the antenna on the way by 12-10. Again, that 5-point lead is down now to 2 for McCook. 12-10 here in the first. Let's get the line drive serve again. Randall set it straight up, tipped over by Walgren. Right there is McCook bump set. And Landry McNair gets a swing. Ah, boy, they got a net violation against McCook. Bison were the last one to hit it anyway. And it's now 12-11. Chase County getting some things figured out here as it's a 5-point lead down to 1 now, 12-11. On the serve, right there is Rippon. Going to be bump set by Randall. Back row attack by Rippon. A lot of top spin. Nice dig by Chase County. Back set, Carly Anderson from McNair. McCook's right there. Bumped over by Fauver. Chance for Chase County right here to try to tie this thing up. Landry McNair, far side. Big swing by Spady. Is by Riley Rusher. It's picked up by McCook and now bumped over by Walgren. Longhorn offense, a chance. They'll work the middle this time, and it's go out of bounds long. No touch. Haley Rusher that time, and point McCook, first point in a while for the Lady Bison. They're up by 2 now, 13-11. Rowan Weimers back at the service line for McCook, up 2 in set number 1. Good serve right there is the first pass by Spady, working far side. Rusher blocked in the play, and it's out of bounds off of Rusher, and Chase County goes out of bounds. Bison up by 3 again. It's 14-11. Here in set number 1. Good line try served by Weimers. And now bumped over, free ball over by McCook, by Chase County. Chance for the Bison to use right here with Randall. Sets it up to Walgren, cross court. Right there is Rusher. Back row attack by Anderson and off balance. Didn't have a lot on it. Point to McCook. Bison up by 4, 15-11. Bison in the first. Rowan Weimers, good serve. Line drive serve. McNair sets it up far side, and Rusher goes cross court. Riley Rusher, young sophomore, cross court with the kills on the way and good. 15-12. Chase County back to their bench. Haley Rusher checks in the front row. I'm sorry, back to serve. Haley Rusher, 15-12, McCook. And an ace serve. Boy, I talk about a screwball. And literally, sidewinder, and it fell right along the line. Hit from the right side of the left side of the court or the right side of the court. And an ace serve at 15-13. Rusher on the serve. Almost like an excuse me, didn't mean to do that. Fisted by Randall. And now bumped over by Rippon as Bison offense can't get anything going. Tipped over by Landry McNair on the tip, and the second pass is good. It's a 1-point game again, 15-14. Again, Chase County rallying back with a chance to tie this thing up here. 15-14 in the first. Rusher on the good serve down the line. Right there is Foster, going to be set by Randall. Foster tips over a double block, tip back over. Bison have a chance here. Pushed over, Callie Crawford in the net. We're tied at 15. Trying to get down, Rusher trying to get Chase County the lead. It would be the first lead of the set. 15 all. On the deep serve, and we have out of rotation, the Bison. Their first call on that. And it's 16-15, Chase County by 1 in set number 1. Haley Rusher back at the service line. On the good serve, right there's Corey Rippon, set by Randalls. Crawford a swing, not enough on at that time. Down the line, kill is on the way and good. just enough that time from Riley Rusher. She's had a dynamite first set. It's 17-15, and Coach Trevor Hoynes is going to burn his second timeout. 2-point Longhorn lead. We're back at 30 seconds next on Kicks 96.1 and also 102.9 Jack FM. Rich Barnett back here at the Graph Event Center. Our coverage of the McCook Triangular Volleyball Tournament on Kicks 96.1, 102.9 Jack FM, our Kicks 96.1 YouTube channel as well. Thanks to all of our great sponsors helping us out with the coverage on all the platforms, you want to call it. 2 radio stations and a YouTube channel. 17-15, Chase County's rallied to take the lead in the first set. Ripping a little back row attack and out of bounds long. Set it up for her nicely, but too long. It's 18-15. 18-15. Again, 3-point Chase County lead. Rusher back at the service line. Set by Randall. Near side Crawford. Back row picked up by Rusher. Bump set. And now free balled over by Chase County. Chance for McCook. Back set. Far side Foster off a block and it falls. Bailey Foster with the kills on the way. Good. It's 18-16. Julia Walgren back at the service line. On the good serve. Back row pass nicely. Then Chase County. Landry McNair back set. Cross court kills on the way and good. And Riley Rusher just went from left side to right side. And she picks up with she left off. It's now 19-16. Chase County by 3. Landry McNair, the junior setter, back at the service line. On the good serve. Back row pass by Fauber. Back set far side. Tipped over by Foster. Good dig by Nordhausen. Good dig by McNair, but hit went backwards off her second hit. Point McCook. Bison get a point back. 19-17. Early lead by McCook. They led for a majority of this first set until just as of late. And a serve hits the top of the tape by Bailey Foster and rolls over in an ace serve. It's 19-18. Foster back at the service line. 1-point lead. On the good serve. Back row pass nicely done by Spady. Back set Riley Rusher has to push it over this time. Randall sets it on the near side, ripping. Good swing. Cross court kills on the way and good. And we're tied at 19 apiece. Knew this had the makings of, two pretty even teams. (19-19) timeout. Head coach Kristen McNair for Chase County. We're back at 30 next on Kicks 96.1 and 102.9 Jack FM. What a game. What a first set this has been. 19-19 ball game here on Kicks 96.1 and our Kicks 96.1 YouTube channel and also 102.9 Jack FM. Chase County McCook. Final match of the night, triangular. And we're tied at 19-19. It's head coach Kristen McNair spinning a timeout. Bailey Foster on the service line. Good first pass by Tristan Nordhausen. They set up far side. Big swing by Anderson's on the way and good. Carly Anderson for Chase County. The Longhorns have a 1-point lead, 20-19. Checking back in is Ava McNair. Checking in for Riley Rusher had a great first set for them. McNair at the service line. Line drive. And the second pass dumped over by Randall that time, and Ashlyn, nice job. Maybe fooling the defense a little bit. We're tied at 20. 20-20 ball game in the first. Kylie Crawford back at the service line. On the serve, short serve, hit a little sideways. Chase County has to bump it over, free ball over. Chance for the Bison right here. Randall, back set. Ribbon trying to execute a slide that time. Got enough of it. It went off Landry McNair out of bounds, and the Bison have a 1-point lead again, 21-20. Didn't quite get the full effect slide that time, but enough. Corey's got enough power on it. 21-20. On the good serve right there is Nordhaus going to be bump set by McNair. Far side, Anderson, a big swing at the antenna. 22-20 on the miss. The hitting error that time for the Longhorns. And a 2-point lead for McCook. Good serve once again. Back row pass by Nordhausen right there is Landon McNair. Far side, tipped over, and it tipped over is good. Couldn't tell it where it landed by Olivia Spady that time, and it's 22-21. Bison by 1, we will see. Haley Rusher checking back in the front row. Kylie Weiss will set for Chase County. Nordhausen back at the service line. Line try serve. A little backwards by Favre, saved by Foster. Bumped over by Randall. Chase County looking to use it. Tie this thing up. Set up far side. Anderson off the net, partially tipped, and it falls. Block was there, not enough. Sent it down to the floor. 22-22. The Bison will bring sophomore Abby Renner in for Rowan Weimers to play that front row. Nordhausen on a 22-22 ball game. Randall, and a good pass that time. As Rippon reached back, and they're going to call a lift against Rippon that time. Kind of reached back a little bit too more, and it's 23-22. Nordhausen and a 23-22 Longhorn lead down the line. Right there's Favre, hit it straight up, saved by Foster. Rippon sends it out of bounds. Momentum going to the net that time, but just a little bit too much mustard on it. And here's set point number 1 for Chase County. McCook had the lead early. Chase County came back, tied it up. Both teams have had some leads here late. But it's a 2-point lead right here in match and set point. Set point number 1 for Chase County, 24-22. Line try serve. Barely dug up. Randall, bump set. Hit over by Weimers. Nordhausen will save it, and now bumped over by McNair. Randall sets it up. Rippon will get a pass. Set wasn't high enough that time. Now it's pushed over by Anderson. The block by Weimers that time. Rowan Weimers, nice block, and then ends 24-23. Ashlyn Randall back to serve. On the gird, serve it at the top of the table, and it rolls over. We're tied at 24. Got to win by 2. Randall back at the service line. This was just set number 1. Line drive serve picked up by Anderson. Far side going to be hit over by Spady. Chance for the Bison to use it. A little shank pass now bumped over by Rippon. Chance for the Longhorns. Landry McNair back set. Anderson big swing. And straight up save. Weimers now pushed over by Rippon. Landry McNair will bump set it far side. Big swing off a block picked up by McCook again. Bump set by Weimers. Julia Walgren goes back row with it. Nice job by Chase County. Dumped over. Second pass by Chase County. McCook there. Fisted by Randall. Bumped over by Weimers. Chase County will have to push it over though. And it hits off of Rippon. It goes backwards off her fingertips out of bounds. 25-24. It's set point number, I don't know how many set points. I think 3. We'll get the third one, I think, for Chase County here in the first set. 25-24 Longhorns. On the serve. Randall, back set. Weimers didn't quite have a good attack, but he hit it off a block anyway, and it fell in. I don't know if she didn't think that was coming to her that time, but it did. 25-25, we're tied again. Corey Rippon back at the service line. Line drive, dug up by Nordhausen, saved by McNair. Hit over by Anderson and finds the hole. Spady, beg your pardon, Olivia Spady. 26-25, another set point for Chase County. Riley Rusher back in that front row for Chase County. On the serve, line drive. Bobber right there. Bump step by Randall. Walgren off a block, dug up. Checked the line by Chase County. Hit over by Rusher. Haley Rusher that time. Bison a chance here. Walgren, big swing. Kept alive by the Longhorns. Bump set and it falls. Miscommunication that front row, and we're still playing. 26-26 in the first. Gee, Merry Christmas. Rowan Weimer's back at the service line. And a little overpass that time, tipped over by Chase County. Pushed over by Walgren now. Chance for the Longhorns right here. McNair sets it up. A tough pass. Rusher in the net. Out of bounds, actually, as the set was led her toward the antenna that time. And here's a set point from McCook. It's 27-26 Bison. Rowan Weimers to try to end the set for the Bison. Line drive serve. It's straight up. Bump set by Nordhausen. Riley Rusher, a little shot over, picked up by Rippon. Set by Randall. Pushed over by Foster. Overpass again. Bison will keep it. Randall. Walgren taps over and it falls. Bison win. Almost a marathon that time. 28-26 in the first set. Set number 2. The Bison and the Longhorns in about 2 minutes. 2-minute break on Kicks 96.1 and 102.9 Jack FM. And back here to the Graph Event Center, getting ready for set number 2. Bison win a marathon. Seemed like 28-26 over Chase County. Here we go with set number 2. Once again for the Graph Event Center. Kicks 96.1, 102.9 Jack FM. Our Kicks 96.1 YouTube channel as well. Oops, got to clear the scoreboard. Forgot about that. A lot of points. Here goes set number 2. Lander McNair, back set. Riley Rusher pops it over. Back row pass by Walgren. Set by Randall. Big swing by Crawford. It goes out of bounds off of Chase County. And points to McCook. Good serve once again. Tapped over by Lander McNair. They're going to call McNair for a lift. It's 2-0. 2-0 ball game. Bailey Foster back at the service line. 2-0 in the second. Sets, back set, Lander McNair. Swung over by Spady, a chance for McCook to use it right here. Big swing by Rippon and out of bounds. Just try to pick it on that corner and just sent a little bit long, and it's 2-1. We'll see Landry McNair at the service line at a 2-1 Bison lead. Won the first set 28-26. Line drive serve right there is Rippon. Randall sets it up this time for Crawford. McNair will send, oh boy, it's surprising a call for 2 hits that time. Chance of McCook right here. Big swing by Rippon and in the net. Couldn't quite clear the net. It's 2-2. Landry McNair back in the service line for Chase County, looking for their first win of the season. Down the line, Foster's right there. Randall back set. Crawford through a block. Dug up nicely by Chase County McNair. Swung over by Riley. Rusher is on the way in, good. Got it through a block that time. Chase County's come back, got the lead, 3-2. McNair back in the service line in a 1-point lead in the second. Line drive serve, Rippon's right there. Bump set by Randall. Tipped over by Rippon. Dug up by McNair. Bump set by Nordhausen. Anderson by the 10-foot line. Down the line. Foster saves and a bumped over by Faber. Chance for Chase County. McNair back set. Rusher. Pass was toward the net. Tipped. And now sent over by McCook. Chance for Chase County. Tight set. McNair to the net. Bump on the bump set. And in the net, 4 hits called actually, and it's 3-3. In the second. That first set, I feel like it took an hour. Not really, I think about 30 minutes, a little less than 30 minutes, and an ace serve for Crawford. And a Bison 1-point lead, 4-3. Crawford back in the service line again. Right there's Nordhausen set by McNair. Back set Rusher. Out of bounds long. Well, Chase County thought there was a touch, and I don't think there was. And they're looking at the floor officials, and both said no, and I didn't think it was either. Straight on, while I'm standing up here in the perch up here in the corner, I didn't think anybody touched it either. 5-3 ball game. Crawford, good serve. Line drive, sinking serve. Barely dug up. Anderson out of bounds long in the third shot, just slammed it and it went way long out of bounds. Bison, their biggest lead of the set, 6-3 in the second. Crawford back at the service line. Deep serve right there is Nordhausen, set by McNair, far side. Anderson has to reach back from that one, enough that time to get it over a block, and it falls at 6-4. 6-4 ball game. We'll see Ava McNair back in the lineup. Riley Rusher checking out, and a nice serve. Back row pass by Foster. Randall right there, worked a Rippon, had to tip it over. Chance for Chase County. They're going to call a throw that time, or lift, or whatever you want to call it, against Chase County. Point to the Bison at 7-4. 7-4 ball game. Randall back at the service line. Tristan Nordhausen, the good first pass. McNair far side. Big swing. That time by Spady. Kept alive by McCook. Walgren gets a good look at it. Swing down the line. Kills on the way good. Jalea Walgren's kill makes it an 8-4 ball game. And timeout. Coach Christy McNair wants to talk about it. 8-4 Bison in the second, up a set. We're back in 30 seconds next on Kicks 96.1 and 102.9 Jack FM. Back here at the Graf Event Center, first timeout taken by either team. Chase County's Christy McNair takes the timeout. 8-4 ball game as McCook has opened up their biggest lead at 4 in this one. Student body is, as I said earlier, pajama night, PJs tonight. They're into it here at the Graph Event Center. More volleyball here at the Graph Event Center coming up this weekend. MCC, a 14-team tournament. They got matches starting. I'm not sure what time on Friday, most of the day on Friday, and all day Saturday as well. Good serve by Randall, set by Nordhausen. Push over and off the fingertips, and it goes out of bounds. It went just completely off the fingertips of Spady that time, and went out of bounds, went wide of the antenna that time, didn't make it over. It's 9-4. And McCook on a run right here. Randall, good serve. A little sideways. McNair bump set. Hit over by Anderson. Randall will set it up near side. Walgren gets a swing. Cross court. Dug up by the Longhorns. Set up well to Anderson off her fingertips to get all of it that time. Saved by McCook, and now hit over by Foster. And hit the back corner and landed in. I think more times than not, that baby's going to sail along with all your momentum, but just enough. It stayed in. Coffin corner. It's 10-4 McCook. Set number 2. Short serve right there is Nordhausen, a little sideways. And now bumped over by McNair. Right there, Bison, Randall. Push over by Weimers, over a double block, and it falls. 11-4, Bison by 7. And Coach McNair is going to burn that final timeout. It's a 7-point Bison lead. We're back in 30 next on Kicks 96.1 and 102.9 Jack FM. Rich back here at the Graph Event Center at McCook Community College on 102.9 Jack FM, Kicks 96.1, our Kicks 96.1 YouTube channel as well. 11-4, Bison, all Bison in this one. Chase County, serve, receive, passing, just not working. And we're going to have a lift called against Chase County, that front row. And boy, Chase County looking at the officials going, really? Coach McNair is questioning that one. It's now 12-4. I didn't think it was either. I mean, it was a short serve front row, but it looked like she clearly put the bump set. A little nitpicky on that one. Big swing by Anderson. So good dig that time. Set over by Rippon. 12-4 ball game. McNair, return pass. Anderson off a block with a touch. Yeah, oh boy, McCook doesn't think there was a block at all. And they might have a beef on that one. I know I'm clear across court, but I don't think there was a block. I think it hit the tape and went out of bounds. And a miss serve by Chase County, coming right back. Bison will go to their bench. Corey Rippon will set. And it'll be senior Grace Williamson will check into the service line. 13-5 Bison lead. And a miss serve. 13-6. Rippon will check back in. And the Bison close it out in 2. Chase County needs us to force a third. Line drive serve, Rippon's right there, set by Randall. And Weimers couldn't get around Randall that time. They ran into each other that time, and it's going to point for Chase County, 13-7. Back at the service line once again is Chase County, Carly Anderson. Bump set by Randall. Bailey Foster sends it over, almost found a hole that time. Good dig by Chase County, overpass though. Big swing by Foster again, hit a little backwards, saved by Ava McNair. Set over by Chase County. Bison have it, Randall, back set. Rowan Weimers cross court, out of bounds wide. Had the right idea that time, but just sent a little bit wide. And a point to Chase County's 13-8. 15-8 ball game. On the good serve right there is Rippon. Going to be set by McCook and sent over. Chance for the Longhorns here. Big swing by Spady. Nice dig, McCook. Walgren, big swing off the tip, and it goes out of bounds. No, off the touch. Point McCook at 14-8. Crawford will check back in front row. Favre, the libero, will sit. Rowan Weimer's back at the service line. On the good serve, right there is Chase County. Landon McNeil, back set. Big block that time. Callie Crawford and Jillian Walgren off the swing that time. I believe it's Spady, and it's 15-8 Bison. Weimer's back at the service line. On the serve. Landon McNair on the second pass, tried to dump it over and couldn't quite get it over. It's 16-8. 16-8 ball game once again in the second. Weimer's on the serve. Nordhausen right there, set by McNair. Popped over, chance of McCook to use it right here. Foster, now bumped over by Walgren. Back row picked up by Ava McNair. And now it's Nordhausen, sends it over. Randall sets it up, big swing, kills on the way, good by Callie Crawford. 17-8 Bison, a point away from a double-digit lead here in the second. They won the first set 28-26. Weimer's on the serve. Back row pass, nicely done by Ava McNair. Swing behind the 10-foot line right there is Rippon. Bump set by McCook, and the swing's good. Jalia Walgren, another kill. Bison by 10, 18-8 in the second. Rowan Weimers gets the signal from Coach Trevor Hoynes where he wants this serve. Good serve, back row, backpedaling, bump set by Anderson. Now free ball over. Chase County can't get any offense going. Back set far side, big swing, throw blocked by Foster. Picked up by Chase County. Big swing off a tip. Right there is McCook once again with Randall. Sets it up for Walgren. Big swing. Nice dig by Nordhausen. Landry McNair sets it up for Spady. Back row picked up by Rippon. I think she would have let it go. Might have went out of bounds. Bumped over by Corey. Chance for the Longhorns right here. They need a point in the worst way, and they're not going to get it. It's out of bounds. It's Haley Rusher, and it's 19-8. Coach Christy McNair will go to her bench. Miranda Spady will check back in. Bison by a bunch, 19-8 in the second. Rowan Weimers on a good serve, line drive. Set by McNair. Far side by Spady down the line. Good pancake that time, Rippon, but they will not get it over. It's going to be 4 hits going to be called against McCook. Nevertheless, a nice effort by the Bison defense that time. Had a good run, and it's still a 10-point game, 19-9. Riley Rusher, who really got Chase County back in the game in that first set, is back in the front row. Line drive serve in the net. Missed serve by Olivia Spady. And the Bison the first to 20. It's 20-9. Walgren at the service line. Nice, good serve. Lander McNair sets up far side, pusher by Rusher. Right there is McCook with Randall. Sets it up for Foster, big swing. Picked up by Nordhausen. Set by McNair. Far side, Rusher off the block, and it falls. Riley Rusher makes it a 20-10 ball game. Back at the service line for Chase County is that was Miranda Spady, and another missed serve. Chase County's missed a couple of missed serves. A couple of serves straight here. 21-10. Foster back at the service line. Short serve. Nordhausen right there. McNair sets it up. Riley Rusher cross court kills on the way and good. 21-11. But Chase County just can't go back and forth here. They got to get some stops, get on a run. Landry McNair at the service line in a 10-point game. On the serve. Foster right there. Randall sets it up for Rippon. Big swing. Cross court kills on the way and good. Off of Nordhausen out of bounds. 22-11. 11-point Bison lead in the second that won the first set 28-26. Crawford back at the service line. Bison trying to win their second match of the year and go 2-1. And a serve that hits the top of the tape and just hung there and rolled over. I didn't think it was going to make it. 23-11 on the eighth serve. Crawford, good serve right there. Landry McNair will set it up far side. Anderson of a block and it falls. 23-12. Ava McNair will check back in for Chase County. Riley Rusher will sit. McNair at the service line. Deep serve. Bump set by Randall. Ripping a big swing. Back row picked up by Chase County. Second chance. They go back row. Picked up by McCook. Nice play by Foster that time. Weimers goes cross courts. McNair far side. Anderson swing and it falls in right in front of a good effort by Bailey Favre that time. Just couldn't quite dig it up and it's 23-13. Chase County trying to hang around, but trailing by 10 at 23-13 deep in this, late in the second set. Bump set high by Foster, set by Randall. Near side Weimers off a block, and dug up, overpass, joust to the net, and it goes towards Chase County. 23-14. Ava McNair back at the service line for Chase County. Good serve right there is Favre, going to be set by Randall. Ribbon tried to get that slide going, just couldn't quite do it. Chance for Chase County, pushed over by Anderson. Right there is Favre, going to be set by Randall. Near side, Weimers get the swing. Dug up, pushed over by Chase County. Randall dumps it over, but Chase County's right there, swung over by Nordhausen. Randall's to chase down that pass, and now roll shot over by Rippon. Bump set by Nordhausen. Near side swing down the line, Spady. And the kills on the wing, and it's 23-15. And Coach Hoynes going to burn it? Nope, not yet. I think he's going to burn that timeout. Ava McNair back at the service line. Chase County trying to chip away at 23-15. Back row pass by Foster. Set up by Randall. Rippon off a block. Longhorns have it. Have a chance. Anderson down the line, picked up by Walgren. Set up by Randall. Bumped over by Weimers. Neither team can get an offense going here. Bumps, back set, pushed over by the Longhorns. Chance for McCook right here with Randall. Bump set. There's a slide by Rippon, but hit it wide out of bounds. 23-16. Leads down to 7. Ava McNair at the service line. On the serve, back row pass by Foster, set up by Randall. Weimers. In the net, it's going to be 4. I don't think it cleared. Or maybe it's a net violation. It's one of the two. 23-17. Timeout, McCook. Down to 6. We're back in 30 seconds next on Kicks 96.1 and 102.9 Jack FM. Getting a little interesting here at the Graf Event Center. This one, second set. Bison won the first set 28-26. It was 23-13. Now it's 23-17. As Coach Trevor Hoynes burned his first time out. Ava McNair back at the service line for Chase County. On the serve. Back row pass by Foster. Randall's right there. Pushed over by Weimers. McNair sets it up far side. Anderson, big swing blocked, and it's out of bounds off the block. It's 23-18. Bison fans going, just get us a side out. Come on. Ava McNair back at the service line in a 5-point game. Right there's Foster, going to be set by Randall. Pushed over, tipped over by Rippon. And over, joust to the net, and tipped over by Ashlyn Randall. It's got a little lucky that time of the overpass. And here is match point number 1 for the Bison at 24-18. Randall back at the serve at 24-18 in the seconds. McNair, Anderson. Ooh, boy. That might have been a big-time throw, but they let it go. Overpass and chance for Chase County with McNair. Far side. Big swing off a block, and the kill's on the way and good by Olivia Spady. So 1 match point dash that time by the Longhorns. It's 24-19. 5-point lead still for McCook, and set point number 2. Nordhausen back at the service line. Back row pass by Favre. Going to be set by Randall. Near side Walgren, cross court. Right there is Tristan Nordhausen. Pushed over by Chase County down the line. Set by Randall. Not a high set for Rippon that time. Chance for Chase County this time. Push off the block, and it's blocked by Rippon, and it falls. And game, set, and match from McCook. They win at 28-26, 25-19. We'll wrap things up here from the Graf Event Center here shortly. Our listeners on the 102.9 Jack FM, thanks for listening. We'll get you back into more music here shortly. Kicks 96.1, we'll have post-game. See if we can get Trevor Hoynes up here and talk a little bit here shortly on on Kicks 96.1 or a Kicks 96.1 YouTube channel. Rich Barnett back here at the Graf Event Center. Final in this one in 2 sets. 28-26, 25-19, joined by head coach Trevor Hoynes. His relief. Whew, let's get that second set over. You didn't want to go to a third, that's for sure, did you?
No, we did not. Definitely wanted to go to get that done in 2. I think we were up 23-13 and let them climb back into it, but finish it off with a block from Corey Rippon. That was nice, and then Jaylee Walgren, I think, got our 24th point, or maybe Callie got it with an ace. I can't remember where it was mixed in there, but to finish off a game, I've been there before with teams where you have that big lead and you lose it, and then the third set's not going to go your way usually. So that was nice to finish it off, even though it was a little dicey there for a little bit.
What a first set. Wow, you had the good start, rallied, both teams had leads, extra points, 28-26. What a first set, huh?
Yeah, that is. I mean, we've had, I think, 3 sets this year go past 25 so far for us. So to win that one 28-26, and they had some game points, we had some match point or set points there. To finish it off again, I think Jaylee Walgren was one of the ones who finished it off there in the front row. But we're young and we learned we kind of need those experiences at times too. We need to be pushed and have those tense moments because they need to learn from those. And that that was a good learning curve, and we finished it off again. So
I think both teams, you and Chase County, and you asked Coach McNair, are on the same boat. You had seniors graduate, a lot of young kids. You're still working through your lineups. I think she would agree with that with her team as well.
Oh yeah, going into the night, Minden obviously, I kind of knew. They lost some seniors last year, but they had a lot of those girls played some sort of position last year for them, and so I knew they would be tough. But I knew Chase County was kind of in the same boat as us, young. We returned Corey, but that was about it for hitters. So it was nice to see my younger girls step up, and that Chase County team's only going to get better too, and there's a chance we see them down the line. So
could be the McCook tournament. You never know.
Yes, you never know.
One way or another. Exactly right. Minden, both teams kind of took some lumps again. That Minden team's awfully good.
Yeah, you see why they're 3rd or 4th in C1. Their 2 outsides are also their setters, and I just told you, some of the better setters we see. So when you have 2 of those who can just put the ball, and they play fast. So they pass well, they can play fast. It's tough to get a block up on them. You see why them and Gothenburg are the tough teams in our conference. So.
Hey, you came out with a split, and your only matches of the week, so you get some days to practice and get ready. The matches will start coming a little bit more often, won't they?
Yes, yeah. Next week we'll get going again back in that Tuesday, Thursday grind, and then the following Saturday we'll start our tournament run. So, yeah, we'll definitely get in the matches. It'll be nice to get a couple practice sessions in, but also get some rest after tonight. So
we better let you go because they're turning the lights on out us, Coach. So nice job, nice win tonight.
Yep, thank you.
You betcha.
Thanks for covering.
You betcha. Head Coach Trevor Hoynes, and a great win by McCook once again in this nightcap. Once again, a 2-set win. It's going to wrap up our coverage. Thanks to all of our great sponsors helping us out. More Bison Sports coming up again on Friday. McCook Gothenburg football. I'm Rich Barnett. Have a great night, and thanks for listening to Bison Volleyball on Kicks 96.1.